last we left off, you made a deal with Liz Ricaldi, the CEO of Silverwind Trading Company, to have her cease her traffic operations in return of you picking up the lost revenue or making up for the materials that would otherwise be going into the Thunderhead project. After some research done by Chris, you delve deep into the Silverwood for the second time in your adventuring career to search for a potential site of a dead titan for possibly some arcanium. On the way there, you find yourself surrounded by a couple of mysterious figures, one of which breaks covers and reveals himself as Claret Wound Hargrave Shaw, acting on behalf of the Order of the Broken Sun. You inquire with Hargrave if there's any ruins nearby, and he agrees to aid you in which way he can to the ruins he does know, leaving his fresh bloods to handle the job they're assigned themselves. And a few days spent riding, talking, you eventually find an abandoned cabin, which turns out to be a sort of office. A journal hidden away was found within tools of elven make from 1,000 years ago were dug up, and a half remaining sign buried in the earth reveal this location to be called Titan Grove, a seemingly sort of abandoned elven work operation or outpost of some sort. Reading through the journal mentions a cave network below that may house arcanium, amongst other things, apparently. Finding the opening and breaching through, you enter a ancient pocket undisturbed by time, host to large blue crystals, scintillating in colorful trees and insects, some of which fly out of the cave that you just entered, and a massive pool of familiar glowing fluid in the center, and also a giant dragonfly the size of a house and its cart-sized nymphs attacking you as you begin battle, your magic being sucked away by the trees while you avoid detonating the pool. Eventually you are victorious, and as your first experiment, Janna, you dunk the apparatus head into the arcanium, the orb. It shudders, then floats, rotating at perfect speed before landing. The newly awakened ball claims to feel a calling and must go to it, quotations, before you sort of suck it back into the ball, leaving you and your compatriots, some of which wounded, some of which bloodied, some of which hanging on by a goddamn thread, but safe, alive, with no seeming threats around at this moment. That is where we pick up. What are y'all doing?
We're gonna need a short rest. I need my HP back.
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest if you want to.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah, yeah, you can take a short rest during that interim. You guys can heal up, do what you would like to explore the area if you'd like to.
Just so we don't waste all our hit dice. Roll an extra d6 on every one of your dice rolls for hit dice.
I don't think my button works.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the ones that are multi-classed are a little strange.
It doesn't give me a pop-up. It normally gives me a pop-up.
Oh.
Oh, is this... Oh, I see. I see. It's a sneaky...
Yeah, I think the look of the multi-class character sheet is a little different for hit dice.
What am I at?
How does this shit work? I don't know.
What did you say? Roll a d6 per die?
9. Yeah.
Is it normal for everything to be dark, like the dice rolls in the character sheet?
I think they just... I thought I fixed my Chrome finally, because I had to reset it this week. I'm like, dark mode's finally back. Maybe Roll20 just updated.
They updated like yesterday, but I don't think I did anything to do with dark mode. You may have dark mode enabled, Brandon, which you can disable from the left, below all the tools and stuff. If that fixes it, it's up to you. Maybe.
It says it's not on.
Huh. Maybe try leaving, come back. Maybe that'll fix it.
Okay.
them save your eyes.
How much HP do
Oh, okay.
Oh my fucking god, I had inspiration and I never used it last time.
That's fine. Everybody had inspiration. I don't think anybody used it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You could, if also if you went down, you could have used it as well. So there's a couple of uses for that.
To be fair, by the time we started combat last game, it was 1 a.m. here, and I was so
Yeah.
tired. I shocked I remembered to do anything.
Let's see if my 2d6s get me anywhere.
Okay.
It's a d6, right? Check Song of Rest. Oh, it's actually a d12, but whatever.
Is it for each dice rolls or just for once per the short rest?
I'm pretty sure it's per dice roll. No, never mind. It's not per. Okay, I'll just keep things as are. And I rolled a lot of dice there.
Is there going to roll any hit dice?
Perfect. Exactly what I needed.
How are we doing this again? I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm waiting for something to be delivered real quick. I just
Gotcha.
how are we doing this?
I fucked up. It's 1 extra d12 per rest.
Yeah, so like you can roll as many hit dice as you want, and then just roll a d12 if you want to heal up.
Okay. I am at a 15 HP, so I think I will do that.
Yeah.
Jana, just because we're about to whatever, we're already all healing up anyway. Healing spirit. Just everyone go to full health.
I mean, that is kind of a waste of a spell slot, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I have so many spell slots. Like, I'm not short of spells.
okay.
So if you didn't do with your hit dice, just do it now.
Yep.
I also never use my short rest dice, so I feel like I could just use it all, you know?
And then plus 1d12.
Yep.
Yep. So you can, with the healing spirit, that can roll a billion hit dice. Yeah, you can for the long short the short rest. Yeah, you all pretty much can just pop back out of the full hit points. That goddamn whale. It is a whale, right? Like
Yeah.
the healing spirit.
Oh, the whale for Jenna. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I have it written down. Out of combat, 10d6. If that doesn't get everyone to full health.
10d6.
D6,
Yeah.
10.
34. Oh, actually, that's
Depending on
Yeah.
how many short rest dice you rolled.
yeah. That Chris still might be a bit under actually, but yeah.
We're doing a 10d6 for everyone, or
There's
is that
just-
for
yeah,
everyone?
That's for everybody. Just for
Okay.
just for
If you
ease
need-
of
you need a little boost, I can give you some berries.
one hit point per.
I'm gonna get 10, right? How much down?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think each casting does give you 10 berries.
I conjure up 10 good berries and I give them to Chris.
It's stuffing berries down his throat.
Oops, all berries. I'm proud of myself. We're like, what, 4 years in? I never made that joke until just now. Those are
You know
the
what? That's
day one
impressive.
spell.
You mean it's all berries? Always has been. Okay, but as you're all resting up for the next hour, as you're sort of here, all of you take in the sights. It still has this weird ephemeral, shimmering fog. You can still see through it within a certain radius, but like after that, it's kind of like this weird blue haze past that. It's a little blurry and it's hard to make out, even with the glowing crystals and the glowing pool, and even some of the insects around here are still glowing, and some of them are just look like fist-sized fireflies are just intermittently flashing blue, just very just lazily flying through the air with just little buzzing sounds. A couple flittering ones, kind of looking similar to the dragonflies you just killed, really, just zipping back and forth. Very similar coloration, and for those of you that like to look around, you don't see any entrances, exits. It is a totally concealed pocket except for the little entrance you came through from the top, which is located somewhere in the bottom right corner.
Oh, we want to bottle up some of this arcanium before we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, this is a large enough pool. I think I said it's something goes something like 20 feet down or something, like 15, 20 feet down. Anyone that has spare vials, you can pretty much fill up unlimited like raw arcanium.
Hear me out. What if we like emptied one of our bags of holding and just took it all?
It's so
And
dusty
then
in
get
there.
swallowed by a frog hemoth, and then let it all out.
You're gonna get bag of holding lint in the arcanium.
I don't know if I have any vials, unless you can like somehow count an empty potion bottle as one.
Probably.
Can I ring
Probably.
that bell? The Admi's gotta have a shit ton of empty bottles.
That's true. That's true.
Very true.
Like they probably have like just like they're just like they're kind of half Michaels to like go up there and just load up on craft supplies.
Yeah, you ring the bell for
Wait, yes, I ring the bell. How do I? Oh my god.
there we go.
There it is. Nice.
Yep. With the ringing of the bell, the Atney's curtain appears mid-space as you walk through. Who would like to enter the Atney's Emporium?
I think we all should.
Yeah, I will.
Want to go in?
I'll go.
Oh, I want like Glitch out and just like basically at this point Glitch will rarely ever be put away unless I say so because he needs like exposure to the world.
Okay. As you summon out the orb, the head of the apparatus, this core, once disassembled by Mondo, and then you gently applied, but then after that, feeling that, dunked it fully into Arcanium, seemed to have reawakened something. As you sort of summon out Glitch, the newly awakened construct you've created, it just floats. Unlike our error or any of the other constructs you fought similar to this, it floats. It actually levitates by itself by some force. You're not sure which. As it floats like 3 feet off the ground, just around head height for you, Jana. Hello.
Hello, I'm Jana. Did we introduce each other last time?
No,
I'm Jan.
I don't think we have.
You're
You are
Glitch.
Jana.
We gave you a name. You're Glitch unless you have something else you want to go by.
Glitch will do for now.
This is everyone. Zero, Chris, Riley, Giorgio, Answin, Floomp. Is there anyone else here? The bird.
Can I dab when Janice says my name? I'll just dab real quick.
Yeah.
Sure. So you dab covered in the gore of the dragonfly. You explode last time.
Oh my god. What is your animal called? Misty? I'm literally had awful COVID. I've had awful COVID brain fog. It's really hard for me to recall like random stuff.
The aphasia is setting in.
I feel that. It's just Azek.
Azek!
Just
God
a little
damn.
guy. Yeah. that's it.
Fuck. I can never forget him. Like I remembered he was there, just not his name. Is there anyone else that needs introductions? That's everyone.
I don't
I think so.
that's
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
Commit those
quite
names to
possible,
memory.
Memory. I'll attempt so.
So
Hey.
long story short, I'm not, and I don't really want to do this as a player because I barely have it down. Jana will roughly explain kind of what happened with like, hey, so like we kind of had a thing that was like you, and then I found more like you, and I traded you, and you were just kind of walking around like an empty husk. But then we took you apart, put you together, baptized you, and now you're like this, and we want to expose you to the world of humans, for you to understand what it is to like be a person and enjoy wonder and whatnot, fear, emotions. So feel free to ask questions and learn stuff.
Is emotional value the most human thing one can do?
Apart from pooping, probably, yeah. Is there
But
anything
Jana,
else?
everybody poops.
And none of us are human.
Yeah, I'm assuming human is being applied broadly as like a catch-all.
Okay. They're still the most prolific race out there.
of sentient life. How about that?
Works
Life.
better.
Would you say that the biological need to replicate oneself is a far greater example of life?
I think it's exactly what makes life life, right? Because everything else is static. Look at this. He'll take his sword out. He'll tap on the ground. You know, this rock here, it's not trying to reproduce. It just is.
Plants reproduce, though.
So, what is your definition of life, the inability or ability to replicate itself?
How did we end up in this in this exact? I don't think anybody. I wouldn't put it as reproduction. I think there's a lot of various different traits and behaviors that can apply to a wide breadth of different types of life, whether that's sentient life forms like humans and elves and gnomes, or other things of organic life like plants and animals and bugs. Like there's all types of stuff that all have like a very unique and wide experience of life. Ours isn't just the right way. There's tons of things on this planet that call it home.
Am I alive?
I'd say so. You're not dead.
But am I alive? I cannot reproduce, not biologically. I don't feel. I don't think.
Do you
in
want
the
to
same way
survive?
that you do.
Just
I don't know.
Just so someone says it, I don't think reproduction, needing to reproduce or having the ability to feel emotions, are necessarily the core must be defined as life traits.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people feel that that may be a thing. I don't think it's essential, but it is often credited as such. So I feel like it's like they're features, but not required. Am I walking us out of eugenics? Am I doing it?
Around mid-sentence as you're explaining this, Glitch has been floating and then out of nowhere sort of like slowly rotates upwards towards that hole. I feel a calling. I must go to it, and begins floating towards the hole.
Oh.
He's tried this once before.
Where's Flumph going?
Glitch.
Glitch. Oh, that's right. That's why I put him in the ball. Glitch, I'm gonna need you to stay here. Can I like fasten like a child leash?
It's attached to a harness.
Yeah.
Just like leading a child around, right? Yeah, it's floating pretty slow. It's floating, but it's floating pretty slow, so you could catch it, especially with the speed of Jordan and his hops.
He'll be like my little balloon.
Yeah, he does look like a little balloon, actually.
See,
Sort of
once
wrap
you-
him in the ropes, and then just, yeah, he's just floating. He's still trying to go upwards, but eventually, after like a couple seconds, failing, just gives in and floats around with you.
There you go, Glitch. What do you call that? This primal instinct of yours to go to a certain place. Would you not define that as lifelike?
I don't think so.
And why not?
I don't know.
Well, see, we would also like to find out then. Let's do the thing Jana said.
Yeah. I think just a quick sum up some things. I think everyone on this planet has their own unique definition of what qualifies as life. And we can give you as much guidance and insight to how we each think ourselves, but ultimately you will need to come to that conclusion by yourself, which is what we're hoping by dragging you along to a bunch of places. And just so you know, we do have plans to bring you back, quote-unquote, home, which is, I'm assuming, is where you're trying to go to. We are heading there in the shortish term.
Home.
Do you remember being there?
I don't remember much.
What do you remember?
I remember snippets, information. I think I feel in a way. Maybe not the way you do. I think I want, but I don't know what.
Well, I hope we can help you figure that out.
Where will you take me?
Literally right now into the Atneys.
Is this a dangerous place?
No.
It can be if you're not
No,
careful.
Don't tell him that. No, it's not dangerous.
Just don't touch anything, and you'll be fine.
Stay away from the
I
frog
have
thing.
no arms with which to touch.
But you do have a physical form.
My physical form is currently bound.
Fair point.
I will do as instructed. Yeah, as it begins just floating after you as you walk into the Atneys. Who's going to the Atneys? Everybody, or?
Riley's certainly going.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Okay.
here.
Everyone is here. Smash Brothers. As you all enter one by one to the Atneys, it's a little chilly in the cave you were in. Not magically so, just you're underground for a long time. But as you go in, it's nice air conditioned, perfectly room temperature. Can't feel a thing. As you walk in, you see Orville, the blue-growing tuxedo-clad white gloves, ready to serve you a silver tray of magical items. Welcome, friends. And you seem to have a new balloon, Janna.
Yes, it's sentient. We're exposing it to the world and hoping to convince someone to not explode us all. You know, the usual.
The usual. Frankly, you are seasoned enough that few things surprise me. Well,
Thank you.
hello.
Oh yeah, and this is Glitch.
Glitch, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Glitch sort of just spins a little in place, as much as he can in the ropes. Hello. Just leaves it at that. Begins looking around. Just trying to float places, but being bound by the rope and just kind of like a dog entering a new area for the first time and just slowly like sniffing the area. Orville sort of sitting there, straight backed, hand behind the back. So, what can I acquire for you today?
We need empty vessels.
Of which variety? We have a number. We have empty phylacteries, wooden cages made for trapping small spirits.
No, something much more mundane than that. You know, for trapping liquids, perhaps.
Vials. You're looking for vials.
Yes.
Must admit, this is a strangely usual request, which coming from your bunch is a little unusual. Whereabouts, how many vials do you think you will need?
I'll just take the one. That's fine.
I had a question about vials. Is it possible to have big vials or flasks or even vials that I guess perhaps it are enchanted so that it doesn't you don't detect magic from it.
That would be a more of a specialty item that I can request from the Masters Atney. On hand, currently, we have mundane carrying vials for, well, no, mostly they were for potion making for the Masters Atney to create. But I imagine they won't be missing 1, 2, 10, however many you need. But I can put in the request if you would like.
I think that would be good.
Very well. How many of these specialty vials would you like?
Maybe 4.
4. He begins to go through the ledger and begins to just write like a small note for sticking it in. Let me make a note here. The nature of these vials were to prevent detection from magic.
Yes.
Would you like this to be a complete and utter obfuscation, even the vial itself hidden from magic, or just the contents? One will be a little more expensive.
I think just the contents.
Just the contents. Very well, I'll put in the request, and I will ring your bell when I get the necessary information on pricing and realistic timeframes.
Sounds good. I believe I already have vials from the Aquamarine. I had like 4 of them.
4 vials for you then, sir.
Oh, I mean, like it just letting like the party know that I already have vials that
okay.
yeah. But for the enchanted vials, yeah, 4.
Very well. So, currently 1 mundane vial for Mr. Riley, 1 request for 4 enchanted vials.
May as well get mine squared away. I would like to pay.
Well, it's just the 1 vial. This is for imbibing, drinking, not for alchemical processes.
Correct.
Correct. That will be 3 copper.
Done.
3 copper per vial.
Yes, currently. This is let's call it the Friends discount.
It's like take a silver. I'm buying 3. Keep the change. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
The change would be 1, so.
Yeah.
Very well. As you, 3 vials for you, Jana, 1 for Riley. 0, you getting any vials? Or anything else you wanted here?
I mean, does he have just like straight bottles, like not in a little tiny vial, but like a bottle?
We have a few bottles for personal use. Bottles, there are a few. Those are mostly for alchemical uses, not great for opening and imbibing.
What did he say? Opening and what?
Imbibing.
Opening and drinking with your mouth. I can sell you some, if you'd like. They will hold more liquid.
Yeah, I'll take something bigger.
Very well. And he grabs the vials and bottles necessary. The bottles themselves, they're like glass drinking bottles, pretty much. They look a little different. They're more like flared at the bottom, and like the actual cap themselves, it looks like way tighter than like you would see on like a actual bottle for alchemical purposes. This will be 1 silver, 5 gold, 5 copper pieces for each one. They will hold roughly about 4 times the amount a vial will.
How much did he say each of them is worth?
1 silver, 5 copper.
Okay, I'll take 2.
I don't know, so that's 3 silver total for you. And each bottle holds about roughly 4 vials worth. 4 uses, let's say.
Like, get out of my water, you.
Is you bet he's dipping his finger in your water flask right now?
And if your Betty is my cat, then yes.
That'd be a cute cat name, I think.
You Betty. That is kind of cute, actually.
Next cat you get, I'll pay you.
I'll pay you.
Or you pay me for the royalties. Your choice.
That's true.
Aw, and he'd like fish.
It is true. He would like fish.
Will he create bombs, though? That's the question. Very well. So, vials obtained and bought and paid for. Anything else I can do for you today?
Do you know ways in which to extract Arcanite in the safest way?
If you're referring to the metal, Arcanite is... Well, my knowledge is limited. I can inquire with the Masters Agni, but as far as I'm aware, it's a fairly... It's not reactive, I don't believe. It functions more like any other metal ore. It's just tougher, it is stronger, it's more durable, and it is harder to extract because of it. The Masters Agni make fairly liberal use of Arcanite and occasional enchantments and magical items and the creations of their forthwith. It takes to enchantment quite well. I believe skyship conduits, the engines they use to power the levitation abilities of the skyships, are also made of Arcanite. But if you find some in the wild, it is a dull green-blue coloration. It shouldn't react to anything you have.
Okay.
Glitch sort of floats down about head height to Orville. I would like to buy a vial. Very well. How many? 183.
I probably literally do have that money, but where are you gonna put that?
I have not considered this inquiry.
Do you want to start off with 1 and see how it goes?
Impulse shopper, I respect that.
We'll take 1 more
I would
vial.
like 1 vial. Very well. It's 3 copper. As he grabs one extra vial, just like he had a couple on hand. He got from like a huge rack and just pulls one out, holds it out. And Glitch doesn't have arms. He's a spherical metal ball with his little central like lens.
What happened to his arms? He
There's
had
the little
limbs.
guy.
I think you just shed them off. Did not want them.
Oh,
He just doesn't want them on.
One
Yeah, seemingly. Like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had the whole thing. You just kept the entire construct in the ball itself, like the Pokeball, and then it's just a single ball. He just didn't seem to want the rest of the body. But as Orville sort of holds out the orb, you all see this sort of shimmering blue field around it. As the orb sort of just not the orb, the vial sort of lifts from Orville's hand and just sort of hovers along with Glitch. I have acquired a vial.
How does it feel?
I feel a calling. I must go to it. Tries floating outside the door, but blocked by the blocked by the rope.
We'll get
And then
there.
it also gives up.
Don't worry, we're headed in the same direction. We'll get you there.
What will you do with these vials?
We'll tell you in a couple minutes, because you probably shouldn't say it in here. I don't say that part out loud. Because isn't this like a restricted substance, right?
Arcanium is a restricted substance. This is pure Or no,
Yeah.
Aquamarine was the restricted one. So Pure Arcanium. There we go.
They're both generally monitored, but Aquamarine is like pretty much the only use for it is like a drug.
Yeah.
Once it's diluted, it's diluted. It's hard to really like get back into its pure form. Arcanium itself, just pure undiluted, is like oil, pretty much. Like it'll technically not illegal, but like also highly monitored and sought after. So
Crack
it's like
is allowed,
people
but
that
crack cocaine is forbidden. Got it.
yeah, a little bit.
I Chris drank the pure stuff.
Yeah, you drank the pure stuff and like it boosted you. Yeah, like they're on. In terms of legality, like one's like it's kind of a slippery slope.
Aquamarine is illegal, whereas Arcanium is like decriminalized but not sold.
Yeah, like the right people can have it and work with it.
It's
We aren't
it's
the right
like
people, though.
heroin and
Probably not. No.
it's like heroin and morphine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
well,
like that.
Yeah, one's a drug, one has a use, but like you can't just buy morphine from like Walmart.
We don't
Unless
have
you
a medical
can.
license. I think we've made these old jokes a million times.
Probably.
But I feel
Yeah,
like it's
and,
wise if we don't say in the drug dealer's house that we found the pure untapped source.
Yeah, you go to different stores to buy your materials so you can start up your drug trade, Breaking Bad style. I never watched Breaking Bad.
That's what the chicken store was, right?
Yep.
What
That,
is
well, that
his
was
name?
money laundering, really.
I never watched Breaking Bad. Is his name Gus?
Yeah, his name's Gus.
Yeah, Gustavo
Yeah.
Fring.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
I'm pretty sure he dies, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Gotta
kind of a
find out.
two-faced character.
It's not a spoiler if I don't know for sure.
And any final requests from the Atenese Emporium?
None.
How's my sword doing? Is it just hanging out?
Yes, we still have it currently in storage, waiting further instructions what to do with it.
Do we remember, side character, do we remember what my options were again? I mean, I know they said they would destroy it, but were they trying to buy it, or were they just like, we'll do you a favor and destroy it?
Well, they haven't exercised the soul yet. So that's step one. Unless you want the evil spirit in there to continue existing.
Perhaps that might be the best option for it to stay in there.
See, that's what
Just
that's
a
what I'm
theory.
asking, is if they said that they were going to do it as a favor, or if they were offering it as a service. Like, I'm asking Simon.
Oh, I think they put on the table as like a thing they can do, but I don't think there's really like in-depth discussion about how that works yet. But like you can ask Wordle.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll ask Orville, I guess.
Well, the process of disenchanting items it is a service we can do, but it's not usually served as a service. It won't take much work. It'll just be left in a sort of, let's call it an engine for some time, where the magic itself used to enchant or whatever spirit may be inhabiting it will be slowly sundered over time. Very set and forget. I believe, well, maybe I don't speak on the behalf of the Masters Academy, but I believe it was a service they will provide free of charge.
How long did I have the sword for, Simon? Like, I'm sorry, I know I should know that. I think we went into the Atneys like immediately after.
Pretty much. You've
the
had it for
thing.
less than like a day, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, 'cause I was trying to figure out if there were any consequences of me carrying it on me, the way that like the pearl with a chem had, but I guess we don't know yet.
Well, we didn't know what a chem was back then, but we actually do know what this is.
My theory is that perhaps this sword is keeping this evil spirit inside of it, and if we attempt to exercise it, perhaps we release it somewhere else, and it's able to do more than what it can do in the sword.
I'm gonna look at I don't know why I was about to call him Rotave. I'm gonna look at Orville and ask him if he knows what happens when they try to, disenchant it. Is this potentially a possibility that it could release this thing and it could hurt someone?
Well, my knowledge on the method that weapons are enchanted is spotty at best. I'm not the expert. I can inquire with more detail with the Masters at me, but I had a bit of curiosity for myself and over the past year. Felmore, I believe the Masters at me said, was housed within it, which I believe he mentioned that Ukestis Felmore was a serial killer from several hundred years ago. From what I could glean, the sword itself, the essence of the killer Felmore is deeply entwined within the sword. They are one and the same. Removing the magic from the sword, which would be the process of sundering the magic, would remove the spirit, but also remove the magic. There are certain weapons and armor and armaments within history where strong individuals, even after death, can live on within a weapon. I believe this is the case of that.
He was a serial killer.
Yes. It seems after the aftermath of the Athean revolt, the elven lineage was not favorably looked upon on the mainland for some time, because Svelmar was of half-elven bloodline, and seemingly from what I can glean, he was shunned for some time, which I think is what caused him to lash out.
What was that name?
Ukestis Felmore.
I'm going to send to Yule and ask, does the name Eucestis Felmore sound familiar at all?
It is noon, so you do hear back pretty soon. Not really. I mean, I only woke up not too long ago. If this was something probably between, no idea.
All right, nothing on that end. Continue.
Yes, but that is the small of it. We can remove the magic, but it will then just be a sword.
I am gonna take it with us today, I think. I very well might be back here within the next 24 hours to give it back and tell you to do your thing, but I just want to spend some time with it.
Very well. I can return the sword to you. Just so you know, if it does happen to have some negative effect, we can... Disenchantment and removing curses is something we can do as a service.
Absolutely, I'll keep that in mind.
Let me retrieve it for you then. As he goes back to the back and begins to sort of in a large cart, haul out this sort of nice box. As he opens it, the greatsword's in there. It's this long, just ebony black, serrated, sort of two-pronged sword. It looks like if a steak knife really just hated people.
Interesting.
Okay, you take the sword?
With how heavy is it? Can Mage Hand lift it?
No. Is it with 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'll take it and I'll just drop it in the bag holder.
Yeah, you take it, then as you take it, this sort of cold, familiar, bloodthirsty sensation sort of shoots up your hand for a little bit, but doesn't go any further beyond that. Same thing happened when you picked it up the first time. You sort of shove it into the bag of holding. Yeah, seemingly doesn't go beyond that.
I wonder if we can talk to this guy. Like if he's in there, what if we can just have a chat with him, see if he's just like a funny little guy or if he's like scary. I'm sure he's scary, but I'm just curious if this is like a Sophie situation where like, yeah, he has a bad reputation, but for fun, we can just have a chat with him every now and then.
If we all agree and are on the same page, we could definitely make fun of him.
Just roasting. This is like a player choice. I'm purely just curious what would happen. I don't really want to use this, but I just want to have it on me for a second and see what happens.
I do urge caution. Again, it has the soul of a serial killer.
Absolutely.
We did not observe very much in the year it was here, so it seems benign enough.
Noted.
Very well. Anything else? Any other services I can provide? Any goods which to be purchased?
None here.
That's everything for me.
Yep.
Very well. Thank you for shopping at Theopon RuPaul's Emporium for potions and portents. It was lovely seeing you again, friends.
Same as well.
Take care, Orville.
You as well. He just steps back, straight backed, hands behind the back. Just regal royal as ever. As you all step out from the Emporium back into the chilly yet colorful cave pocket that you're in. Yeah, what you're doing now?
Well,
Can I
scoop me a
scoop
vial.
up some?
Yeah.
You may.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll use the vials that I used to dump the aquamarine into the construct.
Sure. Yeah, any ND vials you have, or any potions maybe you drank, like, those all count. So you can, any of you can fill up vials of pure arcanium in them if you'd like to.
I want to fill my bottles.
Yeah, in each bottle, and it holds like a hefty amount. The vials themselves are like fairly small, like kind of like shot glass volumes. These are like bottles, so like they can hold like 4-ish uses each.
I would also like to try and get a chunk of arcanite.
Sure.
Yeah, I would also like to do that. I'm gonna like pickaxe it with the trident.
All right. Yeah, as you go to the crystals around the edges, both of you make investigation checks.
Are we filling up vials?
Yeah, and anyone you can fill up vials if you'd like to.
Do you also have to do investigation if you're doing that?
No, they're investigating the crystals on the walls.
Can I also investigate?
Sure.
Yes, got it.
Jana, make a perception check if you're at the pool, as you're spending most of your time there. Okay. I'll start with the crystal folks first. Are you all going to the same area, or are you taking different spots?
Probably doesn't matter too much.
I'll take the spot where I'm at.
All right. Set it out there. Sure. Cool. Yeah, pretty much all of you, the crystal gang, notice the crystals themselves are a type of crystal, but as sort of looking at it further, it doesn't look like metal. What you do notice is that whatever surfaces they're jutting from does look like metal. It has that dull blue-green coloration to it. It's most of the cave here is smooth rock, but then the texture sort of changes. It becomes like more rough and rugged, indicating it's some sort of metal ore, and the crystals themselves are growing from the ore. What that means, you're not sure, but the crystals themselves, not arcanite, but what is below it, what they're growing out of, maybe. Janna, as the rest of your compatriots scoop up the arcanium they have, as well as you, they go off to investigate the crystals, where you sort of hang around the pool a little more. Glitch, with this floating vial in hand, sees everyone scoop up the arcanium, and with whatever this blue force is around it, also tries to scoop it up, but doesn't seem to get any, as the force that's holding the vial is also pushing apart the arcanium, sort of splashing it everywhere. As you're looking down, you can see the bottom, but you also see something else at the bottom of it. Something round, a little egg-shaped. It's probably about like 2 feet wide in total.
What is that?
And it just stuck. You see something round at the bottom of the pool, like a little egg-shaped, about 2 feet wide in diameter.
But the pool's deep, you said like 7 feet or something?
Like 15 or 20 or something, I think.
Baby. I'll just let the group know it's there, but like I'm not sticking my hand down there. I'm not swimming down there.
I don't think Tempest Retort lets me breathe in aquamarine.
Can you fish it out?
Oh, I could try that, yeah. I'm gonna grab one of these crystals first.
Sure. Are you using the trident?
Yeah.
Cool. Make a... Everyone who's trying to harvest a crystal or the metal ore, make a strength check.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Anyone
It's
that's
just-
crystals,
Okay,
crystal duty.
I'm not crystal game. I thought so, but wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, you're still at the pool.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, Chris and Riley, whatever implements you're using, no luck getting those crystals. Those crystals are tough. Like, you're expecting them to kind of shatter a little like glass, maybe a bit tougher. Riley, your trident is taking more damage than the crystals. Like, the pointed tips of your trident is slowly becoming like bent and curled as you're sort of hacking away at it.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Mending and fix that.
Yeah, it helps a little bit. It's not quite broken, but it is deformed. So like whatever like broken pieces are does mend, but the curl is sort of still there. This will work as a trident, but it's a little more banged up. Zero, you have a bit more luck. As you're trying to slowly hack at a single weak spot, you're pretty good at finding weak spots. You do get a chunk of crystal, like a fairly sizable, like hand-sized chunk.
Interesting.
I'll go fish that thing out now.
Make a vision check.
Fishing. Oh, at least I'm good at something.
Yeah. What you didn't have in crystal gathering, you do have in fishing gathering. Using Janna's guidance, as you're looking through, you're pushing them pretty good. You can see why it was so hard to see at this point. Whatever this object is at the bottom of this pool is pretty much the same color as the pool itself. Like, the only way you could see it is like the very faint light reflection is just a little different when it's like coming out of it, or hitting this object. But you do manage to fish it out. You manage to sort of wrap the line around some parts not to hook into it in case it is sensitive. Then you manage to pull it out. Yep, it's 2 feet in diameter. It's like, once you get it out of the arcanum, it's a little heavy for the fishing rod, but you do manage to lug it onto shore, the edge. It looks like an egg of kinds, like a very light blue. Pretty much same shape as an egg, but it is like 2 feet in diameter, so it's fairly wide. Yeah, and it has like a sort of scaly texture, almost like a lotus, or like a what's called an artichoke kind of look to it.
I wish we had the Yoshi sound effect on the board.
Budding hop.
God, well that's
Yoshi!
that's the next one we're adding. We have 2 Annie bells.
Can I check and see if it looks at all like the insects here?
You see some similarities. Like, it has a similar coloration to pretty much everything around here. As to a specific insect, hard to tell.
Can I identify this as a ranger?
Make
It's a good idea.
Make a nature check or arcana check, your choice.
I didn't even look Arcana, but no way is it higher.
Okay. Looking at it, it's not something you've seen before, but you've seen similar stuff. This, you're fairly certain, is a type of insect egg, which seemed obvious, but it's certainly not standard. You've never seen like an egg this size or this coloration in a pool of arcanium before. You surmise that whatever this creature is that laid it, or what it may grow into, seems fairly unique to this very small pocket of ecosystem here.
Well, I feel conflicted because we probably slaughtered all of its family. So even if it does bust open, it's on its own.
No, you are the one that preserves the nature around, so
That's very true.
do we make this species extinct? Put it out of its misery, or
Can I be honest with you? I kind of don't like that this is now an unprotected pool of arcanium. Like, people are going to start flooding into this place.
well,
'Cause the only thing that people weren't doing for is because of these things. Is there a way to, like, speed up the hatching process?
With that nature check, you can try. There's, like, you're a druid. You can do some crazy druid stuff.
I'll turn into one of the bugs. Because I've seen them, right?
You've seen them. You don't turn into beasts, right?
I think so.
Or-
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I think you turn into beasts. These are with the amount of mutations that these creatures went under. The dragonflies and the nymphs you fought. Yeah, with your ranger senses, you surmise these were monstrosities. Far mutated beyond just the bounds of normal, like natural, the natural world.
We could also, because we have some crystal now. We can try to maybe blow up the entrance that we came in, or just find a way to make the entrance unusable. And we have all evidence of like how to find this place anyway. It's on us. We found everything the elves had, but we can like cover up the entrance somehow, and then like me and Chris can just teleport us here whenever we want.
I thought the point of this area was to expose it so we could give it to the lizard caldy.
Are we just gonna give it to her? I thought we were just gonna provide her with.
I guess we could just provide. That's probably better, honestly.
Yeah, I feel I don't like her having a central vein to the Arcadium, because once she finds it, then she wouldn't need us anymore.
That's true. It is a bargaining chip, you're right.
Dang, this is Breaking Bad, huh?
Say my name.
I do want to see what Jana can do with the egg, though.
Adopt it.
Time to imprint, and we have a magic dragonfly on our side.
I want to hatch it. That's what I wanted to do. Is I want to sit on it and hatch it. Can we, I guess...
Sit on it.
I think blowing up the entrance is good, and if we can teleport back, and maybe we like keep it under a warm lamp in the dragon. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we could also just leave it here and just come back to check on it every other day.
I'm afraid it's gonna die.
What conditions was it in previously? Like, is it cold in the pool, Simon?
You dip your hand in it.
I'll dip a finger in, yeah. My little pinky finger.
You dip a fingy in it. The surroundings of the cave itself is fairly chilly, like it's cold. The pool itself, just raw arcanium, is a little warm to the touch. It's not like scalding. It's not like, room temperature. It's like a little warm, like kind of like a lukewarm bath.
Okay. I will relay this information to Jada. This might be relevant to hatching it. Or at least relocating it if we want to do that. Riley has like not a tub. Yeah, you like made a fish tank, right?
Yeah. Riley did indeed do that.
Is this finally going to come in useful?
What do you mean? Finally.
I was about to say it's always been useful to him. Fuck you. What if we stole enough arcanium to just put it in your fish tank, and then we dropped the egg in the fish tank, and we kept him with us till he hatched?
I kind of like that.
You guys want to make me a new fish tank? Because I'm gonna need somewhere to put that fish.
I don't think it's that hard.
And if that's the case, why don't we just make a bug tank for Jana?
Bug tank.
Well, it only took like an hour when
Do not.
What?
Is his fish tank big enough to hold an egg like this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's it's like a huge fish tank, but like it could fit it. Like a little bit will be like sticking out of the top, maybe it's the same size, but mostly submerged.
Maybe we can just keep it here and just keep checking back on it. How big of a
Yeah,
deal
maybe-
is it to teleport to it?
It's not. We have stuff.
Yeah,
So
like,
this is marked as location now.
yeah.
Let's do that then. It already has a home. Do I just like generally know like the care and taking of a baby bug?
For most bugs you know of, a lot of insects don't take care of their eggs. They just lay it somewhere and then just hope it survives. This seems to be just a lone singular egg, but they're generally pretty hardy.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Maybe we can just leave it here.
Another idea. If there was something to lay the egg here, then it must be one of these things. Should probably look around the insides and see if there's any more.
Ooh.
Can probably sell those parts.
Not gonna lie, if you want to do that, go for it.
Riley touches bugs all the time because he needs bait. He's gonna start rummaging about.
But are you sticking your hands up their butt?
Oh, I'm gonna split it open with my sword.
Yeah, the small bugs are like they've been like most of them have been sundered by Giorgio and his massive claws. The dragonfly itself has been there's a nice, not neat incision at the back, but it's open by zero. Not doing like what is like a drive-by with a dagger.
He'll investigate them all.
Sure. Make a medicine or nature check. Your choice.
To do nature.
You've handled bugs before. You haven't really seen the inside of bugs before, especially not on this scale. They're hard outside, soft inside. How that work? But yeah, you can't make heads or tails of what the fuck's going on inside there.
Question: if I
I'm
help
lost.
him, does he get advantage?
If you want to take the time to do that, yeah, sure.
I mean,
But I have to re-roll.
That's a 0 roll at this point.
Okay.
You want me to roll? Damn it.
Yes. Either zero, nature or medicine.
Those are not good. My
Just roll a
wisdom-
20.
My wisdom's a -1. Oh no, my nature's kind of 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, you haven't seen bugs this big before, and you don't really know what the inside of them looks like. Like it's all kind of mush at this point too. Like,
Right, new
it's
idea.
polarized.
Let's just throw them in. That should fix the problem.
That's true. We'll let somebody else do the dirty work.
Riley will throw the small ones in.
Sure. And you just yeet, slowly drag the corpses of the small nymphs. I say small; they're like cart size, so it takes you some time, but you can drag it. So just toss them in, and they sink, and they just come to rest at the bottom.
Ooh, see, that's a good idea because when the egg hatches, if it needs something to eat, it could probably just eat those.
There you go. Yeah, it's sustenance now. And who knows, maybe Arcanium keeps things fresh.
The ultimate preservative.
Hold on. Riley's gonna throw a fish in there too.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious.
Sure. You throw a fish in there. Roll the 100.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Okay. You throw a fish in there, and nothing seems to happen. It sort of just floats on the top.
All right.
You do notice that the top half, where it's not touching the Arcanium, is fine. The bottom half is smoking a little.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
This is science.
Yeah. As well, of course, the next 10 minutes, the fish eventually begins to sink. As you've handled Arcanium before, most of you have. Like, Jerry, you dipped your finger in, you felt fine. This fish is being dissolved down to the bone, and then eventually the bones are being dissolved, and eventually there's just nothing left of it.
I'm like
I
digging
wonder
through
if
my
that
bag
counts-
trying to find something else to throw in there.
I would like to try and retrieve the crystal again.
Sure, make a strength check, or something else if you have something creative, but otherwise, make a strength check. Nope, it's still hard. It's still hard to get at. You're chipping
Yeah.
at it with your fucking your dagger. Your what's it called? 26 funsies.
Wait, where's Chris? Where
Top.
did he go? Okay, Chris, here, conjure a pickaxe and let me have a go. My trident wasn't enough, but your pickaxe might be.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're going to try to help Chris.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, sure. Chris already rolled. Riley, make a strength check.
That's a little better.
Okay. Between the two of you over the next couple minutes, you manage to, through brute force, pry off one of the crystal parts. It sort of shatters off, splinters into like a couple pieces, but you pick up the big piece and a couple of smaller fragments.
Wrap that in some cloth, stash it in the bag of holding.
Sure. Yeah, and those of you who have retrieved crystals, the crystals have broken off, but they're still glowing, so probably there's some magical elements to them. Okay. Are you eating the egg back into the pool?
If Jana is okay with that, then yeah.
Sure.
Egg
So that's,
yeet into pool.
All right.
How
sort
much
of just-
crystal per person?
You get you get one large piece and let's say 3 smaller fragments of this crystal, unidentified crystal. Yeah, Jenna, as you're sort of sitting there with Glitch in tow, Glitch every couple minutes will just say the same, "I feel the calling, I must go," and then attempt to float up to the thing and then eventually give up, like every couple minutes. But as it's watching your party sort of just rummage around the area, going through crystals, dissecting bugs being just covered on the innards, throwing the bodies into the pool, fishing something out of the pool, Glitch sort of turns towards you. Is this part of the human experience?
Say it again.
Is this part of the human experience?
Yeah.
It is a standard practice to throw corpses into unidentified liquid.
Part of the human existence is stupidity, so yeah. Where does scene? What's up?
Stupidity seems counter to a species' continued survival.
Yet we're all still here. We don't know. We gotta try stuff out.
An interesting inquiry. It is the human experience to try things out.
You got it.
Glitch sort of turns.
When I talked to your dad, he had a lot of questions. And sometimes you can't get answers to questions unless you try stuff out. You gotta go find out, gotta fuck around and find out.
I have no biological father.
You know what I mean.
I do not.
One day you will. Or not. That's okay too.
Fuck around and find out. Is this a common human saying?
Probably. I don't really know for this world.
Some people say it. Riley, as you're sort of as you're sort of rolling the egg back into the pool, you sort of look up, see Glitch looking at you. Fuck around and find out.
Talking about Chris.
Some people
Is that a
also call
threat?
it YOLO or YOLOing. It's a regional dialect.
Glitch looks at you, Riley. YOLO.
YOLO, well, not really. I've lived twice. Some people live twice, in fact. Answin's lived twice. My friend has lived twice.
It's a figure of speech.
It was my understanding that life only lives once. Why do you
Magic.
say you live twice?
Magic. Magic can override that.
Am I magical?
Not in nature, but we did feed you a lot of magic, and it made you talk.
I do not eat.
I don't have all the answers to this, but you're something. You're here with us.
Where will you take me next?
What's our next move? To start heading up north?
Yeah, if I'm not giving this to Caldy and just, shipping out our own stuff, then yeah. We may as well.
Down. We can just be like, oops, it all dried up, but we got a little bit left. That's probably for the best.
Well, no, we're going to have to give a lot more.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to know what came from here.
No.
Yeah, we don't have to tell her where we got it. We can just let her know we have a source now.
Yeah.
So that way she can't kill us.
Is omitting the truth and lying a human experience?
That's probably more human than any biological function.
Not all lies are bad, but they definitely can be.
I want to lie.
Lie about something. I'm bracing.
Glisha returns with you, Riley. You are conventionally attractive.
How do you define your conventions?
How do you con-
I don't know.
Riley's not even going to take that as an insult. He has, I don't know if you've noticed, but he has 20 Riz.
Yeah.
20 Riz.
Yeah, dude, my Riz stat is 20.
Forever Charisma is now just call it Riz. Make a Riz saving throw.
Glitch, now say something about his mom.
I have not met his mother.
Fair.
Wait until you meet Pratchell.
This was a lie. He turns to Riley. I have met your mother.
Which one?
I was under the assumption that life only has one mother.
This one's a little bit different.
I have decided to opt for 2 lies. I, in fact, have not met either mother. I have lied. Thank you for humoring me. My understanding of the human experience has deepened.
You're the worst examples.
Just always believe in chaos.
Don't do that. Does this thing have eyes?
As AI, if you can call it that, it is a central lens, kind of like a camera, and you can see like these shifting focal mirrors and lenses on the inside, sort of like rotating.
Oh.
As soon as Chris says that, I'm gonna try to like get in its view and make sure I'm like right in front of its face. I'm just like, don't do that.
Why?
That would be a negative experience for everyone.
Why?
Because we don't like that.
Why?
Sometimes it's a positive experience.
No, it's bad. It hurts us.
Conflict
feel-
too is a very human experience.
Is this where the term fuck around and find out comes into play?
Yes, and sometimes we don't want to find out.
Why?
There is a saying, ignorance is bliss. When you are unaware of the horrors that remain out there, you can rest easy.
Then is it better to not experience anything and, as you say, live in ignorance?
Some would argue so, and some would also argue against it. It depends on the person.
It's better not to cause pain if you can help it.
I don't feel pain. I don't think.
You don't know yet.
I wish to try a human experience, to conduct my own experiments. Can one of you strike me?
Nose goes.
Riley will say, okay, I will try to inflict damage, and he'll just punch it.
Punch it.
You punch it square in its stupid fucking face if it has one. It goes flying back a little bit, and the rope goes taut, and then Jana pulls it back, and it just floats back towards you.
Did that feel like anything?
My sensors indicate I have been struck.
Do they record damage?
They record the nature of what damages may be within or without. But I did not feel pain. I do not think.
I'm gonna try reading his mind. I can't remember if I did this last time, but I'm trying anyway.
You try to peer in. You don't read a mind.
Okay.
Which is interesting because it is talking to you. It is capable of understanding and seemingly retaining some information, but it doesn't have a mind. At least not the one that you're capable of reading.
Glitch, what are the processes that bring you to produce speech?
It is a series of grating pieces within. These units do not have a dedicated speech center. Not always. This one does not. It is a patchwork solution.
Well, that explains some things.
Hey, Chris.
I got nothing else. Yeah, go on.
Yo, Pratchell's so crazy. Whenever he goes running, he takes a psychopath.
Fucking burn.
There's only this website is so bad. Like most of these are not even jokes. This is the last one. Yo, Pratchell's so crazy. When he wants to fight, he says, "It's me, myself, and I against you. It's 3 of us and 1 of you." Here's another. Just this is not good, but just for the sample size, just so you know how good these are. Your mama's so crazy. She walks around in a straitjacket.
Damn.
Your mama's
got
so
him.
paranoid. She is a serial killer in disguise. Like these are the rest of these aren't jokes. Like,
Glitch wrote these.
Your mama is so conventionally unattractive. We had to make up new rules just to categorize her.
just hear me. This is nothing. Your mama's so fantasy. You've got a fucked up backstory about your parents.
Is this humor?
No. Absolutely not.
Simon, what was the entrance process to this place again? I know there's like very narrow tunnels.
You first found like a kind of like crack in the earth, which fell down like a couple feet, which most of you went down, no issue. You've wandered through like a series of like I guess like cave like switchbacks, which there's a tunnel that goes through like different floors. And it just goes down for like a couple minutes, and then eventually you found one arm that was blockaded, which led to this chamber, which is just a like 120 foot drop into this pocket. Chris turned that entrance to dirt, and then Giorgio dug through it. There's no rope getting up there or anything, but most of you can have that like means of like transporting without means of like a physical means of getting around anyway. So it's not usually an issue.
Yeah, I think we like floated down here or flew down here or something like that.
Too much.
Yeah, I don't know how we're getting out.
Teleportation.
Yeah, we can just teleport out. We have these journals that we just got from the cabin up there, right?
And we have crystals, so we can teleport straight back into this room.
Yeah, we can.
Can someone teleport Jana? Jana can't teleport.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
I
like
have-
to. Oh, sorry.
No good.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could actually get some of the ore too.
You can try. It's gonna be harder because the ore is like metal, whereas like even the crystal was like pretty dense. This is like metal.
Here,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna actually use bardic inspiration for this.
Sure.
Okay. Strength check.
If you're just going with a straight pickaxe, then yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Roll a d12 now.
Yep.
Come on, high roll. Come on, high roll. Come on, high roll. That's not very high.
The DC you needed to beat was 20.
Oh, nice.
So barely crested it. It takes you, even with the Bardic Inspiration, it still takes you a while. You can get, it depends on how long you want to go, but over the next, every hour you spend mining, you can get like a fist-sized clump. Which, most of the wall here, where the crystals are growing, is like solid, just Arcanite. So a fist-sized clump isn't a lot, but with the tools you have, like without any specialized tools, with just raw gusto, like you can get a little bit.
If I spent like 4 hours,
You can get
how
like
much-
4 fist-sized clumps, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. So you're spending the next 4 hours here, which, if you check the walks, will take you into the nighttime. You've been here for a number of hours now. You spent the first hour short rest, just chilling. You spent a couple mining, taking the surroundings, and next 4 hours takes you into like just beyond evening. Yes, Chris. The only sounds here now is just the occasional water drip, the buzzing of insects that are still remaining here. The lights have shifted colors. Some of them have new lights have appeared, with more insects apparently living in the trees have just come out around this time of day. And other than the buzz of insects, the rhythmic clacking of Chris's pickaxe against solid rock, which he dug like a tiny little like divot. Like the pickaxes break before he even gets like a chunk in, but infinite pickaxes with a conjuration wizard. Anything else anyone would like to do while you're down here?
I want to get on my flying carpet, and I want to try to make the trip back up the tunnels that we took. So you said there was 2 vertical tunnels from the surface, and the first one led down to just underground, and the second one was a 3-minute tunnel, you said?
Yep, it took a couple of minutes to get down here, like 10-ish or so. Like just taking the long way around, or jumping through holes. For ease, it seems the previous tenant here seemed to have dug tunnels through the ground to each like layer of the cavern. Just to like, I guess, like to quickly travel between the layers to get further deeper down quicker without having to like go back through the actual natural weaving cave system.
They just like terrariaed it and just like dug straight down.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're just like, they could go the whole cave system, or you could just dig a elevator downstairs. Just like, fuck it. Throw a rope down, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to take my carpet up 1 tunnel, and at the top of that second tunnel that took the one that gets us straight here, I have a bomb that I would like to set off because I just want this entrance to collapse in on itself a bit. I want it to be filled.
Okay. You have a bomb somewhere?
Yes, I have it's in my inventory as a bomb-looking device from the doctor, and in parentheses just as bomb because I think you confirmed it's just a bomb.
Yes. Yes, I do believe that one has the additional thing of it shoots fire as well. Like it is a like incendiary explosive, but it'll still blow up.
Well, not if it does cool shit. I don't want to use that shit. Okay. Do the well? Okay, wait. I know the Addies probably don't sell bombs. Does somebody at the Addies sell bombs? That
Yes.
is not the Addy brothers. Okay. Can I guess I have my own bell now. Can I just ring my little bell and just go in there and like a quick drug deal with you, Betty?
Sure. You're just looking for a concussive force like type of bomb, right? Like just straight up like explosion, not like any weird effects.
Yeah, I don't want any kind of damage done necessarily. I just want an explosion that'll collapse this tunnel.
Yep, yeah, Betty's boom boom pows is what the
Boom boom pows.
is what the page I have is here. Sure. Let's say let's call it for and like the tunnels themselves aren't like super wide. So you're not gonna need like a huge explosive, but like to cave the whole thing in, like it'll take a pretty sizable explosion. Let's say 600 gold for the thing for something to completely enough do the job.
Okay, I'll pay that.
Okay. Yeah, and you bet he just slides like this spherical ball with like he just slots in like a violet glowing liquid. It seems familiar, and then yeah, you now have a concussive bomb, a timed explosive.
And would you say it's a good enough distance away? Like if I took it and embedded it into like the side of the tunnel, like halfway up or like 3/4 up. I'm just trying to get it a safe enough distance away from this pool here. Do you think I can get a good enough distance from the pool and still have it like collapse well enough?
Yep. If you're going up through the tunnels, like the pool's not even your knife shot.
Okay.
So like yeah, like the entrance to the pocket you're in is literally in the ceiling. So you have to fly up through the ceiling and then the caves actually begin. So if you can go anywhere in the tunnels, you're totally safe to away from the pool.
Okay, yeah. I just want to collapse this one tunnel entrance in.
Sure. Yeah, and you set up the timer. It's easy enough to it's like a ring you like prime and then you press in and then it'll activate. And then setting up, sequestering up some rocks and After about a minute or so, you're not within eyeshot, but you hear the explosion and then the subsequent collapse of rocks. All of you within the cave still, the pocket, just feel this rumble and then hear clattering from the entrance you came from. Followed by Zero floating back down, unless you're staying up there for some reason.
No, I probably would have came down beforehand.
All right, good. I was about to send, and I figured that was you anyway.
All right. Anything else while you're here? Any conversations? Any actions?
Not that I can think
So
of.
the egg is in the pool.
The egg is in the pool. It seems to sink pretty good, and it's also surrounded by the corpses of possibly its brothers.
Well, maybe the ghosts will help it.
I mean,
And we blew stuff up so people can't get in here.
yes, the most of the cave, like at the low levels of it, is now blocked off. Conventionally, at least. Like someone could clear it out, but like they'd have to find a reason
They
to do
gotta
so
work
first.
for it. If you work for it,
Yeah.
you've earned it. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's skedaddle. I
Right.
blow a kiss to the egg.
Make another nature check.
Aw.
It's mean. You want me to fail?
Nature or persuasion, your choice actually.
No, I
That's
blow
nature.
it.
All right. You blow a kiss to the egg, and for some reason, as you're sort of blowing a kiss to the egg, as you're sort of looking at it, you feel like a weird, strange bond
Hell yeah.
to it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't shimmer. It doesn't do anything different. You can barely make it out in the liquid, but you just blow a kiss to it. It feels warmer around you for some reason.
Oh.
You see the egg. Like, what shape is it? Like it's kind of like artichoke shaped. The sort of like it's almost like scaly, like triangular scales coming to like a slight point in this egg. You see some of the what is it? The scales sort of shift a little bit as the egg begins to open. It doesn't open like you expect it to. It opens like almost like a pine cone, as maybe you're expecting like a large creature, but instead you get like several hundred of these tiny little insects sort of swimming around the
God.
liquid.
Oh god.
Yeah, it opens like a pine cone, and you see like hundreds coming out of these things, and like they're very small, incredibly small. Like if you're not looking at it, the only way you can really make them out is like the zips. They're very fast. Like you can see like the trails they make in the liquid, the arcanium, like the magically infused liquid, sort of leaving this jet trail as they're zipping around, as they begin tearing into the corpses at the bottom of the pool.
Alright, they're good. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's go. I blow them one more kiss, but I'm also freaked out and want to go. Because we don't want them to like people. We want them to hate people like us.
Yeah, you blow another kiss, and it feels a little warmer. It's like a strange, weird bond.
Okay.
You're now bonded with thousands of insects. A cloud of insects that are now cannibalizing its brothers.
They'll be fine. Alright. Let's go.
Okay. Where you headed to? Up top? Or somewhere else?
We should probably get on the dragon first.
Down here?
No, just like teleport back to the dragon. Because he's still on his way to fucking the port town that he doesn't need to be in anymore.
He's probably flying over it right now.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Do you want to check out any of these plants? Maybe they have some sort of medicinal purposes.
Oh, they could probably suck magic out of something. That could come in handy.
Maybe I'll take one flower.
Sure. make a nature check. Or sleight of hand, your choice. Okay. You're not like the most trained in like horticulture, but like you've handled a couple of flowers, just just pure like alchemical ingredients, sort of growing them. And yeah, you know to handle like some magical flowers, and as you're handling it, as you're pulling it, it almost shrieks at you, like louder than you'd think a flower would do. And as you're sort of pulling it, when it comes free, it stops. But no ill effect seemed to happen. And you pull out one of those sort of like multi-layered, like tri-flowers that were spawning above ground one time that Riley saw. Yeah, just purple and blue in coloration.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are embedded in the rocks, like straight up. Like it is a rocky floor, and somehow they found a way to grow in it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Okay, in any case, people forgot. Hargrave Shaw is still above waiting for you with your horses.
Oh, right, our horses!
Yeah, it's up to you whether you want to say anything to them or just leave, and you have better stuff to do right now.
We probably shouldn't leave our horses up there,
No.
but we don't really have a place to put them. Chris, you still have that mansion, right?
Well, I have a fortress.
Yeah, let's put the horses there so they have a place to go. Do we want to do that now or later?
We can do that now.
Alright. Then let's just get out of this cave.
Okay.
I'll send to Polaris and I'll say change of plans. Head towards the Silverwood.
Okay, you send that. Understood. I will discern where the Silverwood is from where I currently am. East, if I remember correctly.
He knows, he's good.
Okay, any final things in the pocket?
That's it for now.
Okay. Alright, so you're teleporting up to the top.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and you have them journal, I think, so you can yeah. If you're using like straight up teleport.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll use teleport because I feel like we're pretty far down.
Alright. So as you all gather together as space folds upon you as you're crushed into an infinite space and then uncrushed into a different location. Up top, with the sun setting, the gloom of the Silverwood itself beginning to overtake. Chris, the hatred of the forest you feel immediately upon coming up. The rest of you is a nice idyllic forest. Well, a little creepy, but yeah, Chris. The moment you get up there, you immediately just feel a presence. Nothing around, just things don't like you.
Yeah. Maybe I should give back to the forest. Is there like a pine cone or something?
There's a couple. A lot of the silverwood trees are mostly like leafy trees, but there's a couple pine trees that are kind of a similar coloration.
Yeah, maybe I'll go and plant a pine cone or something.
Sure. Just make a nature check again. That is a
Oh, sorry.
perception check. You're looking around to see if there's anything fucking. Yeah, you plant a pine cone. Whether that has any effect or not certain at this point. Let me bring y'all back to the world map. Okay. But as you're all teleported back up, night has set in fairly well at this point. Chris, sweaty after 4 hours of straight mining, and then he just rummages through the ground and starts planting a pine cone. What are the rest of you doing? Looking for Hargrave or anything else?
Yeah, me as well.
Okay. Yeah, you're within the location of the abandoned cabin itself. As Chris goes out, starts planting a pine cone. As you're going to walk out and see Hargrave has set up a small campfire just nearby the cabin. Like very small, like not enough to produce a lot of light. That's like barely visible viewed from a distance. Your horse is just gathered around him, and he's sort of just leaning up against the cabin, sort of just whistling this tiny tune. Oh, you're back.
Miraculously, we found exactly what we were looking for. So it was a pretty easy job.
All right. Well, you're welcome. I heard an explosion or something big happened down there. I'll be honest. I thought you guys were dead. So
I heard something too. It was kind of a rumble.
yeah, I figured something would have happened down there. Not that I'm down to your abilities. Just it's people don't tend to survive a lot very long in these woods.
Does he see like the fucking like just viscera of insects on us, or
You're all kind of covered in like this blue goo, in some method or another, or your own blood. But the wounds themselves have healed up thanks to the short rest and Janna's whale healing spirit. Oh, you've had Maybe you guys had a hell of a time. Missed the fun, but
No.
yeah, not worth it. So, mission accomplished then.
pretty much?
Nice. Well, I guess that's it for me. Your horses are majestic creatures, except I don't think one of them's been eating right. I see Fieri is like still like a normal horse looking, like a normal looking horse, like a white horse. He's straight up eating a rabbit, like straight up. Like the other ones really have, like he has some, like they have hay, some like little crackers. Fieri's eating a rabbit, just like biting chunks of it off.
Hey, don't mind him. He's got particular tastes.
He sort of he looks at the now blood covered like Fieri. Well, I hope that's not a growing trend. 'Cause that is honestly awful to look at.
It's just nature. Things eat things all the time.
Yeah, like horses eat grass, apples. That thing found, hunt, and killed a rabbit.
How do you know he hunted it?
Because he walked off by himself and then came back with a rabbit in his mouth. I tried to stop him, but he didn't listen to me.
Got some skills.
I mean, yeah, you run through these woods without breaking an ankle and hunting something. I'm impressed. Just disturbing as hell. The horrors of your horses aside. But what's next? I think my job's done, so I think I'm gonna try to find my fresh blood. But where y'all headed?
I don't really know.
Yeah, we're just
We can
wandering
check
about
and
at
see
this
if
point.
Polaris has made it to that town yet, right? We sent him on his way.
Well, he changed course. I just told him to.
No, you've
Have we? Well, I know Riley's been paying this guy, but is this the end of the adventure for this guy? Because we can just go wherever now.
Yeah.
Give this dude. Riley, what'd you give him?
I think I gave him like 10 gold, and then I gave him another 10, and I don't remember what the other 10 was for, but I felt inclined to.
I'm just gonna give him 100 gold. Thanks for watching the horsies.
he takes 100 gold happily without any really complaints. No, like, oh no. He just palms it. Oh, thanks for the payment. It wasn't necessary, but I'll take it. I don't say times are rough, but they're it's a good paying job if you're in the right position, which I am. It's trying to expand out. But yeah, pleasure meeting you guys. Niles said mostly good things.
We appreciate
Mostly.
your expertise and sharing some about yourself to us.
Yeah, well, just don't make the same mistakes. So,
Are you gonna be able to find your boys
oh yeah,
safely on your own?
yeah. I'll just go back to where we were, track them. If they're dead, they're dead. I'm sure they're fine. 2 trolls. I mean, strange, but I've trained them. We'll see. Oh, that's well, if you got your road, I got mine. I'll head back. Since you guys got some history with Niles, anything you want me to tell them?
The fisherman says hi.
Right. Fisherman, hi.
You can also tell him Zero, or excuse me, the tiefling says hi.
Tiefling says hi. Any highs you want me to deliver? Is it all highs here?
Yep.
Hi.
The wizard says hi.
Wizard says hi.
Tell him.
Hi?
Tell him his mama's so dumb it takes him an hour to cook minute rice. He'll know what that means.
Okay. He writes it down, like actually ready to deliver it, like as if it was a code or something. Your mama's so dumb. It takes more than a minute to cook minute rice.
Yup.
And he points to one of you, like each individually. Hi. Your mama's so dumb. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll see.
I'm sorry, I found a good list. This is not what Jana's saying. Your mama's so classless, she's a Marxist utopia.
Oh shit.
Got her. Okay, that's it.
Better.
I will stick with minute rice.
Better marks your calendar. All right. Well, pleasure meeting you guys. Interesting find. I'm gonna go see if anyone I know back there is dead.
Oh. They're good. They're good kids, adults, people.
Adults. Yeah, probably. I'll see. I'll keep you in
kids in a
touch.
sense that they're younger than you.
Most people are. Well, some of them. I know there's a couple races out there that are a little weird, but
I'm 43.
Let's stop while we're all ahead.
you're 43.
I'm 43.
You look 19.
Yeah, that happens when you're an elf.
I'm 75.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, to be honest. I thought I had to call you ma'am from now on, but or like madame.
Got
Or what
me.
are the people?
You got me.
Milady.
Got me there.
Then I could call you that anyway, but sure. Anyway, I am Hargrave Shaw. It is a pleasure performing for you.
Do you know the
Bye-bye.
words you can join in
Most
too?
awkward goodbye I've ever heard in my life.
It's kind of awkward, dude.
We should just instantly teleport out of here right now.
Yeah, he just takes like a weird, awkward, performative bow, and then just starts walking away. And he doubles back a little bit, pulls out like a happy and chicken. Well, I'm not gonna eat this, and throws it to Fury, and then just begins walking back. Fury just
3 meals.
chews through it. Yeah, Fury chews through it, bone and all.
Lucky day.
Yeah, Hargrave just saunters off into the woods, and you are by yourself in this overwood with your horses. What are you off to now?
I guess to bring the horses to the fortress.
That
Okay.
seems to be the most sound thing to do.
All right, you made your fortress like close by where Gary's house is, right?
Yeah, close by, kind of like where the palm is.
Right. Yeah, so pretty much in the exact same like set of woods. Maybe a couple days off, but like yeah, roughly in the same area. So it'll take you a couple days to get there, but you know roughly where it is. Once you get to the palm, you can sort of backtrack your way. I don't think I have any. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so a couple days. Takes a couple days for. Yeah, and it seems pretty uneventful as you're getting there. Chris, make a couple dexterity saving throws. Make one. Yeah. The only events of note was as you're sort of backtracking is like you see a couple monsters, but you sort of sneak by and not really an issue. More crystalline ramblers. A couple of owlbears. Like nothing you really need to worry about. Weirdly, the things that happen the most is Chris being assailed by this forest. Still, like anytime you walk through like a branch just bending back and like you walk past, it just whips and hits Chris in the face. Chris has fallen off a couple cliffs, like down hills, like hitting every single tree along the way. Like it is crazy how like his luck is just horrible in this forest. And it's like as you're all just like pretty, walking through the forest, like it's not clean work, but like by the end of every day, Chris is just covered in mud and his own bruises.
You think the
This
forest
forest
itself
is
is
rough.
trying to kill you. Yeah, you've been having a pretty bad go at it. That sucks. That's rough, buddy.
Taking the wrong steps.
And like, miraculously, it seems you're the only one that gets spiderweb in your face as you walk by too. There's like every so often you feel the gentle touch of just gross spider on your face, like once every day. But other than that, it's fairly uneventful getting to the hold. Chris, describe your hold again.
Well, it has kind of like 4 towers on each side and a wall that's kind of separating them. Connecting them. And then there's one door that's open, or one door on one side that you can go through. And then once you go inside, at the back of the fortress, there's like a little keep and that sort of thing.
As you're greeted with when Chris said he has like a fortress somewhere, like maybe you're expecting something smaller. This is a fairly sizable keep, like a fortress. Like if someone attacked here, it'd be like most like attacks would probably have a tough time getting through. It's a legitimate defensive structure.
They would need siege weapons.
Not siege weapons, but just like it would help for sure. Like, but like any organized attack would have a tough time getting through without planning and preparation.
Ah.
Like just like any animals, some monsters would have a hard time getting in.
Perfect place to leave the horses then.
Yeah, I think there's like an open grass courtyard inside too. The keep itself is like the building, but like the courtyard around it, still grass.
Right.
Unless you don't want it to be.
Not that that would be Chris's decision.
Yeah. But
Like,
either way,
yeah,
horses
we.
can
I
do
guess we could have like the horses like around the area.
Yeah.
Well, he'll turn to Fury and give him a fish. You'll find plenty of these down by the palm. Not too far from here. We're off to go do, traveler bullshit again. We'll come back though, as we did. Feel free to use this place as a defensive stronghold. Should keep the small ones safe too. You got plenty of grass for those, and then plenty of resources in the forest as well.
Is the silver one where we found Fury?
I
think so.
think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's like a random encounter in the Silverwood, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so he probably knows this shit better than we do.
Probably. Because he's been around.
Retroactively, like the days it takes us to travel, can I be bonding with Puck on those days?
Sure, make an animal handling check. Okay. Yeah, over the next couple days, as you're just sort of just like playing with Puck and feeding Puck, it's not like a like a heart to heart ride or die bond, but like you get the sense that Puck's getting more attached,
Hell yeah.
imprinting on you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but as Riley, you say those words to Fieri, Fieri sort of just looks at you for a little bit and then begins to just walk off towards the fortress as the rest of the horses follow, Puck included, sort of just like stepping in puddles and jumping around as a horse sometimes does.
Excellent.
She's so dumb. I love her so
Oh, yeah.
much.
Just to let you know that there are servants that come with the fortress that you all can actually give orders to.
Did you make them medics again?
I guess we could make them Gary's.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'd be a bit more comfortable with that.
Okay. Are you staying the night here, or are you guys going somewhere else?
We could go wherever we wanted because we have a lot of teleportation available. So
We need to do something about the whole Lizard Caldy thing. I know it's a lot to like process it at once. I don't know how long she's gonna wait for us to like actually give her stuff.
yeah. Do you wanna just go to about this now? And just give her proof of. Actually, I don't know how to proceed with that. Did she want us to bring this somewhere specific? Did she want us to meet her? Do you just want to contact her and ask her?
I can try. Let's see if
I'm guessing I can hit the long rest button, right?
well, if we're staying, then yeah.
If you're staying, or if you're going somewhere, then not yet. Yeah, where are you going? What you doing?
How do I word this, Zero? What words do I use?
I would say something to the effect of. We have. You can just say we have the Arcanium. Where can we bring it? I would think that's my suggestion.
We have the Arcanium what?
Like, we have the Arcanium. Where do you want it?
Okay. I will attempt to send to Liz Ricaldi. We have the Arcanium. Where do you want it delivered to?
Yeah, you get back after a couple of moments. Wonderful. Just bring it by the chasm in Abatis. I'll have an associate waiting for it. How much?
Zero.
Shit,
How much do we say?
Is she asking how much we want for it, or how much?
No,
we
how
have?
much we have.
If
I don't
we-
think we're getting paid for this.
Yeah, because I think that was the agreement. What are you saying, Jose?
If we say a number first, we lose. That's all I know.
How much do we have roughly, Simon?
Just the vials you have on you currently.
Plus a little bit of Arcanite.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah,
is that
which,
total, everyone? How much do we all have collectively?
I have
Good
a
question.
single vial.
Single vial. Zero, you have 8 vials worth. I don't know how much the other.
I have 3 vials, but I was just planning on keeping them for like safekeeping, emergency type.
We can go back and get more whenever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I just want to know where she wants it when we decide we want to go get more. So these all can be our personal stashes. We just need means of collecting like large amounts. I don't know where to get a container that big.
How much does she?
I have a demi-plane.
I mean, we still need a place to like pour it into. We can't just keep it straight in the demi-plane. That'd
Could
be
make
weird
another
if you,
fish
like,
tank.
if you like open the demi-plane while you were under, like in the Arcanium, and it just all flooded in there.
Listen, we're in the forest. We can just make a magic fish tank right now. Like a crate. All it takes is a little bit of craftsmanship.
How much?
What
Does
about
she-
Barrel.
Why don't
Oh
we
God,
give her
she-
like a growler's worth? Like that's enough, but also like not enough. You know. We don't wanna
As
give her
far
too
as
Just a taste.
much. We don't want her too powerful.
hold on.
Well, she needs to finish the project.
Yeah, we need to give her an amount. Like it's, I don't know.
We
Give us-
need.
Go on.
I think we need a barrel.
That's
Yeah,
so
barrel
Oh
sounds
yeah, a
good.
barrel. I mean, we don't know what she's using it for though, so I don't know how much she needs and how much she's gonna burn through so quickly. I don't think she needs like like a water bottle size amount. I think she needs a large.
Yeah.
large cylinders.
So let's make a barrel,
Why doesn't she tell us how much she needs? Did we not?
because she doesn't know.
That's true. You could, I mean, Riley, you could ask her how much she fucking needs. Don't say it like that.
I mean,
I don't know why I had. I don't know why I had so much attitude in that. I'm sorry.
This stuff is pretty
Uh,
powerful.
say-
Why don't,
Or
okay,
ask-
why don't I here, I'll say this. About a barrel's worth. Will you need more
We
afterwards?
gotta go smaller. Listen, I don't really want to argue all day about this, but I do feel like let's start off kind of smallish. We can always add more, but we can't take it away from her. You know, we don't want to give her excess.
I don't think a barrel's worth is going to be excess. Remember, this project was started ages ago, and they like basically harvested an entire Titan just in the Silverwood alone.
This
They're going to
stuff is
need
so
more.
Powerful though. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. I'll leave.
Well,
it
I'm
to
the
you guys.
messenger, so
Go for it. I trust your judgment.
I mean, I feel
Uh,
like I agree with Josie that I don't want to just offer an amount if that's not how much she needs. In the sense that maybe she doesn't need that much. I do think that she'll need a lot, but I kind of like the idea of like asking her like if her question is how much, just ask her how much do you need.
well,
This
listen.
is-
Because
yeah,
we
ask-
have
Look,
we have
look,
a
look, look.
large quantity that we can take
We
from.
can-
We don't want her to know that, but we have a source now.
You could say,
We could also
Uh,
just omit the truth, because we could say, yeah, we could get you a barrel's worth, and maybe like another half to full barrel, if that's what's needed.
Let's say
Because there's still a
okay,
fucking huge thing. It
Let's
just it completely
compromise.
depends.
Okay.
yeah, like,
new strategy.
let's think
I
about
like
this.
It. Let's say
you could.
we can get you 1 barrel now. If you need more, we'll have to figure out something in the future. She doesn't need to know that we can easily get that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we will
Or you-
figure
or
it
you
out
could
later.
ask-
I missed the last like 5 minutes of conversation. Sorry, because
You've missed
We're
nothing.
Yeah, we're basically just like fucking
Planning.
We're
yeah.
breaking, this
Figuring-
really is Breaking Bad today.
We're-
You're
we can't
busting
tell
my
her where our
balls,
dealer
Riley.
is.
1 barrel. That's it.
Okay, I have an idea. Like, you could ask her, how much do you need to stop the trafficking?
See, I mean, she's
No,
already
that
agreed to
puts her
do
in a
that.
power
Yeah, she already-
position. That puts her
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
power
yeah.
position. Fuck no.
Yeah,
I go on. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't know. I also don't want to give her the power, and I don't want to give her an amount that we have specifically, because I like the security that we have if she thinks we have access to a large quantity.
But also
And
that
then
she'll
I-
extort us to get to it.
Yeah.
I do like maybe it is like a we can give you this amount now. If it's not enough, you have to come back and talk to us about it. Maybe that is the move.
No, I like that one better. Yeah, just give her an amount and then tell her if she needs more, we'll get her more.
Right. Okay. All right, you get over there. All right, I'll send and I'll say, we could probably fill up a barrel's worth. If more is needed, we'll need some time to procure.
Yeah.
Send.
Okay.
God, we're so good at being drug dealers, guys.
You hear back. A barrel will barely make up for one of the trafficking operation meals. You're gonna need more than that.
We're gonna hold tight. We're gonna be like, well, that's all that we can give you for now. We'll work on more in the future.
Yeah, I'll just send again. No problem. We'll just need time.
She could be lying to us too. Everyone's lying to us.
Everyone could be lying. Yeah, you hear back pretty immediately again. Very well. Just don't take too long, otherwise, well, I may just have to start it up again.
What a bitch.
Yep.
I feel like I can do it because I have sending too. I want to contact the faceless and have them like start keeping eyes out on the street because they know where these operations are before we do. It seems like they're out there in every major city, and then they're like the eyes and ears and stuff. I want them to make sure she's holding up her end of the bargain. Like, because we can't be everywhere at once. But
Yeah.
if we speak to the faceless and we ask them, hey, just keep your eyes and ears out, they should be stopping. If it's not, you need to tell us, because if she's fucking lying, then we need to fuck her up. Did you what the? I don't know. I wanted everyone's opinion on that.
I'm 100% for it. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Having a watchman is excellent.
Did we identify already? Oh fuck, I forgot his name. What was the name of the changeling that we met, Simon? In
Oh.
I think it's Bethis.
It was Poe.
Poe, right?
Poe. That is one name he uses.
Okay.
Yeah, Poe's probably the one you're more familiar with.
Okay. I want to cast sending to Poe. Did we assert that he's like some kind of leader in just that little division, just that city? Is he like a head of the faceless?
He
I
certainly has influence.
Yeah.
Didn't we meet the leader that one time in Sylnia?
No, that what was his name? Uric? Uric?
In Sylnia? I remember we met somebody with I thought that name in Fairhaven. The guy.
Yeah, he was there too.
Oh, was he
in both
there?
places. Yeah, he was there.
Shit, I forgot that already.
Uric
Yeah,
was in Sylnia.
Yeah, Yurik was one of the people I think you rescued from the warehouse. And then just as a show of good faith, he has like smuggling ties. So he managed to smuggle the people that you rescued to Sylnia for medical attention.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then we found him in a bar using thieves' cant.
Yeah.
And we've identified he's somebody big at the faceless too.
I don't know if he
We
was
actually
big,
don't
but he
know.
works with them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast sending. I'll send to Poe. and I'll say this is the Zodiacs. Human trafficking rings should be shutting down. If they're not, let us know. Keep eyes and ears out on the streets. I think that's 24.
Okay. Yeah, you hear back from in a very sultry, smooth voice. Oh, that's a voice I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, this is a Silverwind thing. I don't mind digging in the knife a little deeper, so hell, why not? How's the whole wanted situation?
I'm gonna turn to the gang and ask the gang, how's the wanted situation going, guys? What do we want to tell them?
Some cities on
Oh,
the mainland are still have it out for us, but beyond the mainland, you won't find anybody who cares except for the Arbiter.
What was that, Brandon? Were you gonna say something too?
Oh, I was just gonna say, oh, it's going pretty good.
What a very Brandon answer. Okay, I'm just gonna say most attention has seemed to have died down. Somewhat still wanted on the mainland, but been able to travel freely and safely so far. I think it's like 23, 24.
Okay. You're back. Yeah, I've seen the heat down. I just wondered if you killed them, is all. If not, hey, it's fine. We'll keep an eye.
Wait,
You could mention
wait.
that Sylnia kind of let us off the hook.
What did he? Okay.
What did he mean by killed them?
Yeah, did he mean?
Yeah.
Was he referring to the Grand Arbiter? Did we talk to them about that? I thought we only had that deal with. Who did we even have that deal with to begin with? We started talking. We started discussing a deal with the Ruxans, right?
No, I think it was the Arbiter.
No. I'm saying.
And they're like, you're allying yourself with the Arbiter? That's pretty sus. And then we're like, yeah, we got out of that. And they're like, oh, thank God.
Right, so I'm saying, who did we speak to about killing the Grand Arbiter? It was the Ruxans, right? When we spoke to, I forgot his
Oh,
name.
they wanted us to kill the Arbiter because the Arbiter's pain in their ass.
Right, so I'm trying to figure out why Poe thinks we were gonna kill.
I don't know.
Because we mentioned to the faces that we might go to the Rexans because we were ordered to kill the Rexans, and I think we messaged them and said that.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't remember how much they knew because I felt like they knew something they shouldn't know. But if everything checks out, then that's fine.
I think we also said that to the commission too, or something like that.
I'm over here thinking our business is private. It's really not.
No, it's not at all.
At least everyone in the underground knows what's going on.
Yeah, you guys mostly been operating in the underground, so like, and people have ways of getting information. Yeah, but the horses are sequestered. Night is taking on. Yeah, over the course of the couple days you've spent traveling here, you guys can take a long rest if you haven't pressed button already.
Oh, right. It's been a few days. I was like, fuck, I'm running out of spell slots. No, I've had access to all of them.
Yep. Yeah, where do you know?
Before we leave, can I leave this mammoth fur with Puck so she can like sleep on it?
Yeah.
Cool.
As like the Fury has like slowly like made like a small little corner for all the horses to just sort of huddle up next to. It's their corner now, and they've already begun to shit in it.
Before we do anything else, we should make a barrel, fill it with arcanium, and deliver it to the chasm
Where's the chasm again?
somewhere in Obethus.
It is the big cesp pit that where a lot of the
Oh,
sewage flows into.
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, the underground.
Yeah.
How do we make a barrel? Like,
Wait.
what do you mean? Like conjure one, or like go physically out there and make a barrel?
Make a barrel.
Okay, just checking.
I got mending. I got tools. I have the know-how. I've made a fish thing before, so you know, I can make a barrel.
I'm supposed to making a barrel is a little more complicated than that, but all right.
I also built a ship over a year, so you know, I've probably made barrels already and know the fucking how to do shit.
Yeah, it normally takes like I think like smoking or something, like steaming it to get the shape right, but and like metal bands to keep it together.
Good thing we have a mage who can do those things.
Can't we also just steal them? Can we also just steal the barrels?
Probably. If you're by a major road, you can just take one, I suppose. Like on
going
from
to-
a little traveling
I'm
wagon.
not going to be a petty thief.
Riley, we're well past that.
Listen, you're the one with the stealing proficiency. You go ahead and take the barrel.
Where do I find a barrel? An empty barrel? It's Misty asking.
Like where you're here, like while you're in the woods.
No, I can go anywhere I want. I have teleportation. Where do I find a barrel?
Any city, really. Any major town.
Oh, if you can just if you're just gonna teleport, just go to Goldmud and ask for one.
Are there
They'd be like,
barrels
"Oh, you
lying
just need a
around in
barrel."
Goldmud?
Of course, there's. It's a salvage town.
Hang on. Yeah, I'll just I'll go to Goldmud and I'll fucking ask for I'll go find an empty barrel and I'll teleport back.
Okay. Do you have anything from Gomad from last six
Yes,
180 days?
Yes, I've been collecting little things. I wrote down in my inventory, I had a piece of wood from the Sea Spire base, I think it was.
Oh yeah, okay.
We'd already discussed that like every so often I would like refresh these items and like grab something new from these major cities like Imus, Obethus, Fairhaven, Solnia, and Goldmud.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you're keeping track. Yeah, you can tell. Good. Yeah, so you can teleport to Goldmud. It's a little past the evening at this point because I have forgot to change the clock, but whatever. Yeah, you can teleport to Goldmud. This scent of ocean, forest turns to scent of ocean real quick. And yeah, you're on the docks roughly, or in the Sea Spire Guild, or nearby at least.
Actually, it's the sea spears.
Sorry.
Sea Spire sounds kind of cool though.
That's my bad. I'm dumb. Yeah. I will acquire an empty barrel, or I will find a barrel and empty, and I will steal it.
Okay. Yeah, as there's a couple ships like in more.
You could just take one off the SS Averon. It's not even stealing at that point.
Oh, I mean, if I can just take one from your ship, then yeah, I'll go. I'll
Yeah, do
follow
it.
these orders.
Sure. Yeah, you can go on the with your stealth. You don't even get a roll, but like you just roll up to the ship as a Sovereign and then find a it's stocked. It is ready. It is seaworthy. The sails are furled. It's anchored in port right now. But yeah, there's because it's not currently needing to sail. There are just empty barrels just in storage currently.
I'll take. I mean, if I can just teleport myself and some other like things with me, can I bring like 2?
I think I'll put 1 object with teleports.
1? Okay, that's fine.
I think so. Yeah, but you can get a barrel, teleport back to Chris's hold. Chris's fortress.
Sounds good.
But you're in possession of a barrel. He's gonna go fill it with arcanium and then deliver to Abethus.
Pretty much. How many teleports can you do per day 0?
I used 2 just now. I only have 1 left. We'll need somebody to get us to the pool of arcanium, and then somebody to get us to Obethus, or I can get us to Obethus. We need 1 extra teleport at least.
Yeah, it sounds like something Chris could do.
Yep.
Okay.
So just to the pool?
Yeah, I can use my last teleport to get us to the pool.
Okay.
Okay. As you take Chris, take Chris with you. Easy enough to just go and grab a whole barrel of Arcanium.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna all three of us. I mean, not three. All of us are gonna go, right?
Me as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause we have
Yeah,
the
if I'll go.
chasm and shit.
So I'm teleporting to the pocket of Arcanium, grabbing a barrel, and then all teleporting to the chasm. Or at least somewhere in the Bethis.
Is that safe, or should we just take the? I guess we could go to a Bethis. Yeah.
Yeah, we can roll the barrel into a demi-plane.
True. True.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we can do that. We can, roll up to the pocket, fill the pocket, fill the barrel, and then tuck it away in the demi-plane, and then Chris can teleport us to someplace in Obethus, and we'll have to sneak around to get to the chasm. But that works out better because I would hate to just be walking around the chasm with a barrel of Arcanium anyway. So
Yeah.
if we could just find the place to drop it off and then take it out of the demi-plane.
Yeah. Having Chris borrow the items you've taken from the Jinsum Center from Abethus, you can teleport straight there. The chasm is not, it's far away, but it's not like across the entire city. As you get teleported to Abethis. Probably closer to there, I think. Teleport, and it's the nice sequestered spot. You've teleported here, same spot a couple times already, which is being careful, and the people aren't really paying attention to you anymore. Your Moana posters are not fully gone, but like it's your old hat. No one's really looking at you like with a discerning eye anymore.
Hell yeah, we're old hat.
Your old hat. But making your way to the chasm, going from the downhill, from the luxurious, opulent heights of the Gemstone Center down to the more religious sects of the High Parish, and then straight into Lowtown, where all the shit gathers in just gutters and sewers. Immediately, the smell of just waste, pretty much, and whatever people have thrown in here, or spat in here, or whatever. Have just been festering, open to the air, but collecting and draining somewhere else. That spiral staircase, which is guarded by people that work in the undermarket, you see there is a small entourage sort of just waiting near that entrance. A halfling woman, sort of middle-aged or so, sort of red, like fiery red hair, kept very, very short, and she just has like a mace to her side. She's sort of flanked by two very imposing figures, just clad in full armor. They don't look like city guards, but she's there.
This is at the entrance to the chasm, like above ground.
Above ground, just
Okay.
above it, pretty much.
Was she the same one we saw last time?
No, this is someone different.
No. I guess we will approach. I will walk ahead.
Yeah, as you walk ahead, she breaks off from the two flanking her, as this is separate from the guards that usually guard it. She's just standing there. She walks ahead and meets you, like halfway. You got the stuff?
What did she say?
You got the stuff?
That depends on who's asking.
What stuff?
She sort of just like sighs heavily, rolls her eyes. Miss Colley sent you here, right?
Okay, yeah.
Not a lot of exact descriptions of people like you walk around.
I mean, this seems legit, but can I insight check her anyway?
Make an insight check. Not at all.
I'll read your mind.
Never mind. She wants to go home.
Deeper.
What's your DC?
Mine is 20. What is my
She fails.
19? Okay, yeah.
I will enter one. She is annoyed that she got called out this late by her boss, which is Lizard Caldi.
Okay. I believe. Oh no, it's if they succeed, they have a gaff. But now she knows that she's been probed. That sucks.
Yeah, once the spell ends, pretty much. Yeah.
When
It
does
doesn't
the spell
matter.
end?
Whenever I say it does.
What's the duration?
so-
It's like
so
10
you-
minutes or something.
So you
Yeah,
can
so-
wait until we're gone.
Yeah. I guess I could just wait till that happens.
Wait
All right.
till we're gone.
All right, Chris, if you could.
Okay, I'll open up the demiplane.
Sorry, I hate facing the consequences of my actions.
Yeah. As you open up the demiplane, this square space, perfectly cube, and there's a single barrel just sitting in there. She sort of just looks a little amazed a little bit, but then she sort of like stifles it to try to keep like a serious expression, despite trying to hide the fact that she is very much surprised and impressed. And she sort of walks in, sort of rolls out of the barrel, and sort of stands it up as one of the two imposing figures picks it up straight up, and just like lugs it over the shoulder. Right, that better be what you say it is. Otherwise, I kind of have to break your legs.
Would you like to try right now?
Yeah, would you like to take a little sip?
No.
Yeah. Worry not. The product is in there.
Well, not up to me to believe you, but sure. Is that it then? Yeah. Nothing else? No snide remarks? Where's my boss?
No, I think we already.
We're not trying to antagonize people. You know,
Yeah,
this is
if-
kind of a pain in the ass for us
Well-
too.
I think we already pissed her off in person too. So.
Tell her, yo, mama. So I don't really have one.
Do you want to finish that thought?
I like to
No.
think that like Jana and Giorgio just like walk around and just brainstorm these all day. Jana's just like
Yo,
bouncing
mama's-
ideas.
Yo, mama's so tree. She always be barking.
Mm.
Your mama's so leaf, cause she be chlorophyllin'. Your mama's so bare, cause she be grizzly. I could do this all night, but we shouldn't.
Glitch sort of looks towards you, Jana, as you're sort of brainstorming these jokes. Your mother is so elderly. She has died of old age.
Got her.
Now you're kidding.
Wait, yeah, Glitch said that?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. He's getting it.
Your mother is so sickly. She is prone to heart disease.
Scathing.
You know,
Tell
to
'em.
someone, that would cut deep. 'Cause they'll be worried about their mother.
Your mother is so pale that she should likely see a physician.
I like that we're
But-
making him stupider.
How does it feel to tell these jokes, Glitch? Is it fun?
It feels as if some piece of me is slowly eroding away.
That's how it should feel.
This is a human experience.
Actually, it is.
I do not think it feels good.
You don't.
Not all human experiences feel good.
You don't have to do these jokes, Glitch. Do not feel obligated.
I'll be right back.
You
real
want
quick.
to? don't really want to tell these. Never mind. You know what? He's already doing it. He's already nailed the anti-joke. He's already doing it.
Is this what... Are you showing what is called proudness?
Yes.
Then I am succeeding at experiencing humanity.
Good. Hopefully it hasn't been too awful.
It has not. Have you been guided around with it by a leash the entire time?
What?
Have you just been guiding him around by the leash this entire time?
He keeps trying to float off, yeah. I'm assuming
Yes.
Jana has now, like, tied it into her belt, so he's just kind of, you know...
just like yeah, anytime you like need to go like inside a store, you just tie him outside.
Yeah, leave you on the bike rack? Alright.
Yeah, but the barrel is delivered. Well, sure. Goodbye. Just rolling it away.
So long! See you next time!
Alright, but you are standing outside a shit-filled cistern. Where to?
Can I make one? This is unrelated to gameplay, but it is related to the game. Because I just gotta get out of my system. I gotta say it one more time. This map looks like a dog on wheels. Every time we come here.
Oh, no, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know I've said
what
it
have I done?
before, but...
I see the
Really
mouth and the wheels, but I don't see the rest of it.
This
It's like
is...
the center of the body,
this is
and
like
it's
the
like a
head
really
over
fat,
here.
stubby dog.
Yeah, that's the head, and
These
then
are its wheel legs. I mean, this is
yeah,
its
down
body.
there.
This is its
Then-
fat tail. It's like a dinosaur tail.
Yeah.
I guess this is like it's got a backpack on. I don't know.
It's a tumor.
It's kind of like shaped. It's like kind of like looking at a cloud. You know, you gotta ignore certain parts.
I believe the city looks like a dog with wheels.
Do you actually believe that?
No.
Yeah.
This was a lie.
You're getting good
I
at
like it.
lying.
I like that I came back to it. It looks like a tumor.
tumor. It's like filled with water, it's like a camel, so you can survive in the desert longer.
It's got humps.
It kind of deep cut. It kind of reminds me of like the Zumbini villain things. I don't even know what those are called.
What?
Zumbinis.
Did you ever play that game, the Zumbinis?
I've never heard of such a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Watching you play it on stream like unlocked core memories for me.
Nobody... Okay. You might have then played it. Oh, this is good, but it's not. Yeah, this is as good as I'm gonna get.
Oh, I remember you streaming that.
It's so funny that you guys don't actually remember the game now. Oh, don't make me screenshot this. I fucking hate Google Images now, where like you can't save a picture for shit. Like now we have like 4 new file formats that are all bad.
Yeah, what the fuck is WebP? Can we talk about that?
past
Who
that.
asked for this?
We're past that. Now where it's like .avif, you can do even less with that. I'm in this full screenshot mode. Okay, so it's specifically the one with like the wheels. That's kind of just the vibe I'm getting. Where it's like
I don't remember
launching
this anymore.
forward.
Oh my god. Okay.
We don't
no,
really
oh no. Oh no, the second one looks like a cock and balls. Oh no.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, back on track though.
No, hold on. I have to derail this one more time.
Fuck is that?
That is the Tricera tank from
Oh,
Final Fantasy VII.
That's good. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
It just has such a strong dog face.
I pieced this
Although
map
I
together
see
using
that.
Photoshop.
That's not that crazy, like switching between them.
I wonder if all my maps look like this now. Like, is there some sort of hidden creatures like within? Yeah, the Arcanium has been delivered. Where you going?
Do we have teleportation?
If we're already in Obethus, do you guys want to go fucking uncover that one spot that we still have on the map that we don't have yet?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yes.
Sure, you go to that one spot.
Yeah.
We're going to 1C.
Just a
One
strong
C.
urge.
It's the red corner. You get there and it's like it's the red light district. And around this time of night, it is a booming. You are standing shoulder to shoulder with a lot of people looking to forget the troubles. You see, there are like just red lanterns here too. Like there's like normal torches or candles, just like with like a paper, red paper shroud over it to give off this like sort of ephemeral crimson light to everything. And you see a lot of smoke, a lot of drinks, and just a lot of people there selling themselves, and a lot of people entertaining that too.
Well, Jenna, perhaps strong urge was not the correct phrasing.
What do you say, gang? Do we have a do we let loose tonight? Is there
I would-
anything down here other than like that? Are there like bars or anything down here?
In this section,
Yeah, anything else?
no. This is the this is the dingy. I'm going to do a lot of things. Section of the city.
And no place to get refreshments? Weak and lame.
I go to the red light district and asking for water.
What? I was told that this is the place you go when you're thirsty.
But dumps. Well, I guess my curiosity has been satisfied.
Yeah, this was also where the I think the courtesan queen usually hangs out.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
It's the red corner. It's the red light district. It's like their jam.
Perhaps there's more information here than meets the eye.
That's
Do we
true.
really need to have our ear to the underground, though?
I don't know. Maybe there's people that need help over here. Maybe there's girls getting kidnapped or something.
See, that's the problem, right? The second we start going in investigating this, we're going to find a lot of that. And then it's going to be a big problem. So, Zero, do you think that causing a commotion is worth it? Because if you do, then I do.
I think you'd be funny.
It kind of would be funny. Let's try and be discreet about it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna cast invisibility and start snooping around. I'm gonna try and find some like the shadiest places where girls are like clearly uncomfortable and don't want to be there, and try and get them out.
Sure, make a perception check.
Oh, hold on, let me get rid of my spell slot. Perception. That's big.
Damn.
Okay. Looking around, weirdly everything's kind of well organized. Like you see like there's girls, there's guys also doing the exact same thing here too. And there's there's a lot of them like seem into it like a job sometimes. Sometimes they're actually into it, sometimes it just seems like this is like a professional thing I need to just gonna do. There are a couple instances where you see like the person in question, the one selling the goods, is uncomfortable with a particular interaction, and then someone's getting too pushy, and like you're about to intervene, you see like the biggest, heaviest, burliest people grab the person and escort them out of the district entirely, whether they're just too drunk or they're just weird. And like you don't see anyone that's uncomfortable here and like looks like they're like something's gonna go wrong. There's someone watching to make sure it's like everything stays like above. Everything seems to stay safe. Like everything's weirdly organized, and yeah.
Huh. That is absolutely bizarre. I guess Riley will just head back to the like where we split off and wait for the gang to reconvene.
They protect their sex workers here.
I was about to say, is prostitution even like illegal in your world?
No.
Yeah. They
Which is the thing.
unionized.
Yeah, this is the dedicated section for it. But like, yeah. But it seems like in this part of in this city at least, like it seems to be like an actual like trade that people will just go and come and do pretty much.
And it's not like the low town where like the streets are gross and dirty. Like it's like a well kept part of the town.
Yeah, like it gets a little dingy sometimes. Like there's just stuff on the ground, but like it looks fairly high quality. Like it's fairly opulent as far as the rest of the city goes. It's not quite Gemstone Center, but like it's nice. It's a nice part of the town. It's a little rowdy. Yeah.
Huh. Good for them. Is there anyone like anyone of interest around here, like any seedy looking people that are not for like that purpose, but just like, because my thing was like the whole reason I wanted to snoop around here was that like people who are in this line of work typically rub elbows with more elite people, and they hear things, like they're like flies on the wall sometimes. So I was like curious to see if anyone has any dirt on anyone else. But are there any like seedier looking people out here on the streets?
Make a investigation number 7 check.
You know which one I'm making.
Sure.
Investigation. Oh, it actually was.
Yeah. So, takes you a bit of time. I'm sort of sitting here trying to seed out, just like feel the rhythm of the streets. It's less finding just a seedy person just sitting in the corner, like keeping themselves, but following just like the string of conversation and clues. You find a couple of establishments that seem just like establishments where one gets their rocks off or to have a drink, but just from the conversations and like just generally people going in and out and just like that was probably a bad phrase to use in this section, but like it was like the traffic going in, and then just the general vibe of this place, or a couple of these places, seem like there's more to them than just like a service to provide. And they're not like big like palaces or anything. They're just like small little like corner stores, kind of.
Well, that's vague.
Yeah, there's like a lot of the like anything you see or hear that is suspicious, a lot of them leads to the same spots. That's what I'm getting at.
What flavor of suspicious?
Just like beyond just like the service stuff, like you see like some elements of thieves' cant where you're just like even your thieves' cant, it's even that's coded, but you get it has something to do with like information.
Oh. Huh. Can I look for any interesting or like unusual thieves' cant around here?
Oh, the investigation check. You see a couple of them actually. They're it's all kind of all over the place. It's like a conversation, but the entire district is a canvas, like the paper that people, and you see whole conversations written out in these and like warnings and like tips and like just like any like even like notes of the day that are just like written on like chalk, on like walls, so you can erase later. So like, just keeping notes for everyone to keep tabs here, like, so they know what to look for, what to not. And you see a lot of them are like warnings about like people that are just weird or suspicious or creepy, and like these alternatives can like plain as day for you at least. And yeah, it's like this whole conversation happening here, just right below the noses of everyone that likes to frequent this area.
Do I read any hot goss about the Zodiacs anywhere?
Not about the Zodiacs.
Anything about the queen?
Yeah, zero actually. The places that you picked out, and just a little weird, suspicious that things lead there. You find a couple as you're looking for these. You find a couple places that are marked, not with just sentences or like whole phrases, just a single word, queen, and it is pointing to those places or guiding you to those places at least.
I'll cast message. I'll just let Riley or Jana know that the courtesan queen is a pretty large presence over here.
Not much to be done with that information at present, but it is nice to have that stashed in the pocket.
Yeah, because I otherwise had no fucking clue who that was or how to find them. But now that we at least have an idea.
Yeah, it's funny.
Interesting.
Never got here.
Damn
4
it.
years.
How do they command such a crazy information empire? Oh,
Right at the
the
hub
one
of,
place I never went. Okay, yeah.
right at the hub of everything.
This one spot on the map was the fucking solution to everything.
Not a solution, but it was an avenue. A corner.
It's more of a district.
I wonder, like, how different the campaign would have been if we met the courtesan queen way earlier in the campaign.
Who knows? We'll never know.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, so like to everyone else, this is just a fun place to be at night. But to you, Zero, this is, well, it could be a fun place to be at night, but this is also like a hub of just illicit activities. Like right below the surface, like everything, all the lights and the drink and all the substances that are discreetly or not discreetly being used. There's a separate world here that is more business and more like organized than what may seem like on the surface.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I guess that's my business here. Can I grab something off the ground, like a pebble or something, just so I can like teleport back here if need be?
Yeah. Easy enough. Mark that in your character sheet. Right. Where to? What do?
Just waiting for the gang to get back together and see what the teleporters want to do.
Well, we kind of promised Glitch that we'd bring him home, because it seems like he's kind of tethered.
Yeah, we can head on down.
I guess, yeah, we can follow Glitch.
Yeah. As you now pay attention to Glitch, Glitch is like kind of hovering like a floor above you, sort of looking to a window.
Glitch, no.
Is this part of the human experience?
Glitch.
Yes.
What's he doing?
He is hovering like a floor above you on the second floor, like outside in like the street, looking into the window of a building.
Can I just start, like, pulling, on the rope? Just start slowly dragging him back?
Yeah. He sort of turns towards you. Is this part of the human experience?
For some people, yeah. You probably shouldn't be one of them, though.
What was going on in this room?
Reproduction.
I do not understand.
Well, Jana will explain to him.
The birds and the bees to a robot.
Yep. Remember how
as
you
you
were
guys-
so fixated on reproduction being the human?
Ah, I see. This is the process, the beginning of it, the actual act. I had assumed that life, like single-celled organisms, split off via mitosis.
We are fantasy magic people. We don't know what the fuck a mitosis is.
Silly.
Allow me to speak dumber. I had assumed that you all cloned yourselves into little tiny versions of yourselves.
God, I
Like a
wish.
goo, like a slime, a primordial creature.
Nope.
It's possible.
Can you do it?
With the right tools.
Actually, come to think of it, Zero can clone themselves too.
Oh shit. You right.
Yeah, Glitch starts floating up to watch again. What is that appendage?
Awful.
So, we're gone. To Thane? If you bring Glitch back?
Yeah, I guess to its calling.
He's kind of hive mind right now. Or that's not it. Tunnel minded?
Tunnel vision,
Tunnel vision.
one track.
One track mind. That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Which part of Thane are we heading to? I don't think I would have any means of getting us anywhere accurate.
North.
From what I understand, we're going north to the northern north.
Where was I?
And they
Like,
found
Going to
two
the
lands,
I was
and
like,
then they named them accordingly.
I was like in northern field of broken glass.
Yeah,
Is that
you
what
are
it was?
in. Yes, you are in the sort of beginning of that sort of like patch of mountains north of in the northern part of the field of broken glass. The unnamed patch of mountains there.
To there.
Okay.
It's rough,
Does Glitch-
guys.
Does Glitch count as an item from that area that Chris could use to teleport?
I think Glitch is a creature now.
Is he? Huh. But we can't read his mind.
Yes. He's a robot.
But so he's a Are constructs creatures?
Homebrew rules.
Okay. You can't really say no to that.
So
Did you say something, Misty, or did you cut out?
oh no, I was just booing Simon. Ignore me.
I'm being criticized for my DMing. I feel the tables turning. Okay, so how are you getting there? Just flying there?
I think as close as we can get. I mean, that's what Jan did last time, right? There's still a good amount
yeah.
of walking, but as close as we can get with the dragon.
Wait, no, because Polaris is still in.
Yeah, we have to teleport to the dragon, and then we have to teleport the dragon up to Thane, and then we can go. That's still only a few day ordeal, though.
Have we
However,
checked
that
with
makes
him?
sense. We're just gonna want something to, like, when it gets bad weather-wise, we're gonna want some kind of... I guess now we have the bullshit of tiny hut and mansion.
Yep.
Jan
Yep.
didn't have that, so...
Wait, Simon, on the map, he's already in Noria, is that right? Like, accurate? Is he there
Yeah.
now?
Pretty much.
Okay. Do you guys want to teleport to the dragon and then we can get down to Noria and just grab something so we can start teleporting there on our own?
Why do we
And-
want to go there, though?
I mean, I just like having means of getting things.
All right.
Uh, so teleporting onto the dragon. And then telling him to go down.
Is Zero doing that?
Well, we'd all be doing that.
No, like I think he meant teleportation wise. I don't have any more teleportation.
Oh.
So Chris, I think, would have to get us to the dragon, and then we'll check out Noria, I guess. We're just really quick, just to get like a pebble or something.
Okay, yeah, I can do teleportation circle.
Correct.
But I'll have to buy more chalks.
Oh, did you run out?
Yeah, this is my last batch.
Okay. So teleporting to Polaris then.
Yep.
All right. As you all get teleported to Polaris. All right. As you all enter the familiar abode of the white dragon. Icy, yet warm, cozy, familiar. Yeah, as you all arrive at the top of the teleportation floor, we will be there to take a short break.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you all teleport above, to Polaris. Immediately flying down.
What?
Immediately
Zero.
flying down to Noria
I have no
to
clue.
to grab a pebble.
I don't understand the teleport dragon situation we're in right now.
Zero needs to answer the question.
I mean, yeah, that's just the plan. I mean, we sent him here for a reason, just so we could say we've been here and just know what's here. But yeah, if we could just, I guess, go down and I'll grab something so I can teleport back if I need to.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty late at night. You can get fairly close to the city. Even looking from above, it is a brightly lit city. It's fairly flat. There's no like hills or any really like defining geographical landmark near it. It is a flat, fairly wide, spacious city. But flying downwards. You can make it to the outskirts, as you can see. Like a lot of the buildings here are like they kind of, for Zero U0, they kind of remind you of some of the architecture from SOT. Like there's a lot of like curves and a lot of the like some sandstone stuff. Most of the walls are whitewashed and just like a very white, pure coloration. Not just on the outskirts of the town itself, though, which I'll just briefly bring you to the Noria map.
I thought this was a flag
Ooh!
at first, the way it starts you off.
Oh, but
What path did Riley and Yule go through?
you went from where 7 was, like that's a ship, to the docks, and then you went straight up the main road, pretty much.
So it'd be 1, 2, 5.
More like a nearby 1, and then to 2, that's where you found the fountain, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, straight up through the road through 5. Yeah,
All right. So you could probably already mark those off, because been there.
you've been there, but you haven't gotten like into the nitty gritty of what they mean or what they're called.
That's true.
You have been there. But yeah, if you don't want to go in too far in the city, just want to grab something here so you can teleport it later, you can go to the outskirts, and then if there's no walls or anything, you can see there's a couple of guard patrols, but like they're not really looking for you necessarily. You can just grab something off the floor.
Okay.
Okay, you can mark off one, like rock from Noria outskirts, or something similar.
Unrelated to gameplay, I like that Roll20 has changed that like plain white background to like whatever the edge color is of the map. So much easier on the eyes. Just looks
Yeah, I think there's
clear, too.
one of the settings. I think it's like use dominant color as like the backdrop color.
Just looks nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the dominant color is gray here, so yeah, it's like a gray beige.
Oh,
I thought it'd
it's
be green, but I guess not.
It's green for me.
Yeah, it's green for me too.
The
That's
fuck?
weird.
Why is mine weird?
Well, this is kind of like a fieldy kind of city, right? Though.
Yeah, it's pretty flat.
Yeah, so green actually kind of works.
Yeah, it's gray for me. I don't know why. All right.
Yeah, it was great for me as well.
Are you guys?
Maybe it's a
also
night mode
colorblind?
thing.
Is this how I found out you guys are colorblind, but in a different way than Bowen?
No, I
It's not a dark mode thing.
Interesting.
One is more paler on one of my screens than the other.
They're just a completely different color from me. Interesting. Well, this is cool quirks.
The blue's the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Grabbed a pebble. Anything else you want to do here, or just going straight north?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. So, with now the ability to everything is gray. Ability to teleport to Noria anytime you want. Heading north. I presume. Oh shit! I can't control Polaris' token here. Oh no.
We can probably just teleport next day, right?
Something if one of you has something to feign, then yeah.
Do we have anything from Thane?
Over the last 6 months, I think the only person who would is Janna.
Hmm?
Wait, did we go? We didn't go back since we regathered, right?
Not all
No.
of us, no.
No, okay. Then yeah, Janna would have to be the one to provide.
What am I doing?
You had to pick up like a trinket from Thane or something. Aside from the robot, or is that it?
I was doing the mammoth thing. That's why I was up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Jenna picked up anything. So you just gotta fly.
Flying it is.
Well, hold on. Let's see what's in my inventory. I pick up a lot of shit.
That is true.
Potion of cold resistance.
I think you got it from the Agnes.
Dang.
Yeah, even if you did,
Mammoth
I don't.
fur.
I think you picked up like a
Is that
year
from
ago.
before?
It has to be
Okay.
fairly
No, I don't
recent.
think I have anything then.
Yeah. So, getting up there. From where you are now to where you'll need to be going, it's like 1,400 miles. Depends on how fast you want to go, but it'll take you somewhere between like 7 to 10 days.
I mean, let's get on that grind. I mean, that's how Janna did it the first time, right? She just was raw dogging it.
Yeah, you flew with your own wings, or someone else's wings, but, you know, physically. None of this Skyrim fast travel bullshit.
Oh, is Glitch not? Or no, we said because...
He's pretty much alive at this point.
Glitch, just lead us home. I mean, we basically got a GPS. He'll just go there. It'll take
Pretty
time,
much.
but at least we won't get lost.
Okay, but for the next like 8 or so, 9 or so days getting there. Yeah, it's going to be quite some time to get there. So it takes 9 days. Oh, that actually lines up interestingly.
Does it? Hmm.
The the exact day you get there is pretty much with like the 9 days it gets there. Yeah. The it's the full moon. It's the beginning of the dark days.
Oh shit.
So weather gets wacky.
Can I do something?
What are you doing? You have 9 days to do it. So anything anyone would like to get out of the way, just yeah, while you're flying, feel free.
Okay, can I retcon that from Chris's like fortress I took like a pebble nearby or something?
Sure.
Okay, I just want to come back every single day and check on Puck and bond with Puck every single day.
Sure. Make an animal handling check. Ally check. Okay. It's every day. You're getting slowly closer. Not like, huge leaps, but like how you should really bond with an animal is like slowly but surely. And yeah, Puck's kind of attached to you. Not quite to the point where you can call it like your horse just yet, but close. Yeah, and the horses are fine. Nothing happens to the horses while you're there. It's a fairly defensive place. So anything that could eat them is going to have a tough time doing it unless they can fly in. But as you get there to Thane, any other actions you want to take before you're getting there towards the journey?
Can I make another teleportation bullet?
Sure. Let me pull up the crafting rolls I haven't looked at in months. What roll do you got to make? Oh, God. Okay, so I didn't write it down. Just make an Arcana check. Okay. Yeah, over the course of, if you're spending every day making a teleportation bullet, you can make quite a bit, actually. I think you can make like 2 per day if you're carefully crafting stuff. Though, yeah, I think you use your own spell slots as your material. So yeah, you don't even need actual materials for it.
Okay.
So you're getting it for 9 days. Also, you have, if you're slowly crafting it, just like make sure you're getting, so you have an additional 18 teleportation bullets, which is quite a lot.
Okay, sounds good.
Any actions, any conversations anyone would like to do while on the dragon?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. All right. So you begin to breach into the cold weather of Thane. The weather's already been beginning to turn, even when you're on the mainland itself. But as you begin flying, it only gets worse. Rain turns to snow. Snow turns into storms, and it just fluctuates between them. And every single day does not let up. There's not a single day since storm really began where there's been a single day of sunshine, like unabashed. And it only gets worse as the dark days. The full moon, you look up and see the giant glowing moon, Hirimer, I believe it's named, just glowing fully in the sky, as that marks the beginning of the dark days, where weather gets worse, days get shorter, and it's almost ever-present just shade all around. And once the full moon begins to take full effect, the storms just turn into buffeting winds. Someone roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it. I'm wrong. There we go. D20.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. No, you're still fine. Okay. Polaris doesn't crash. He managed to keep the flight more or less steady, a little slower, but he does manage to not eat it and get tossed into the wind. He's a heavy boy with a heavy load just strapped across the back. So even with the buffeting wind, you can't even see out the windows. You can just hear like bullet speed raindrops hitting the windows, and just sleeping is a little difficult now, especially at this high altitude, high wind, high speed.
Oh, Simon, this is
Yes.
completely inconsequential, but I would like to retcon. While Zero's out bonding with Puck, Riley would like to take whatever time Zero's there to, like, make a barrel.
Did you call the horse cock?
No, I said Puck!
I thought you were there. I swear to God, I thought I heard you say cock.
No.
Okay, just check.
Alright, say Puck, but you have to, like, do it like this. You know where that's going.
I
Yeah.
believe you.
That's like 9 days. Should be enough time to make a barrel.
Making barrels. Do you have a steam room? You can just leave it in there for like 3 weeks. I don't know the exact process of making a barrel, but I think it requires some tools.
I can at least make the outline.
You make an outline. You can kind of carve it into it. But like, it's not going to be like a waterproof barrel, but it'll hold stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's more like a very intricate wooden basket.
That's fine.
Yeah, and as you have craft night with Zero every so often, you begin to slowly carve wood to make like the outline of a barrel, and it's not a perfect barrel, but it'll serve to hold like loose objects.
Good enough for now.
Where'd you like to place your barrel?
I'll just have it in the keep for now.
Okay. Right. So you have a perfectly good keep with special servants and kind of like a shitty barrel. With horses shitting in the corner.
Don't think about it.
The barrel
What
is
a
for
sight.
them. Is for the servants to scoop the poop into.
It would do that. It would do that pretty admirably, actually.
What if we just left that like that while we put the magic drugs in it?
It grows sentient and starts to take over the keep from within. I am the Lord now.
No. That's what we delivered to Lizard Caldi.
Just fucking just Trojan horses.
Yes, there's arcanium in here. And nothing else.
We're just gonna ding dong ditch Liz Ricaldi with a barrel full of shit. You set it on fire first. Make him stomp it out.
I don't know. I just wanted to make a barrel. I
made a
didn't
barrel.
ask for any of this.
This bit's gone on so long. It's gotten out of control.
It's like, by the way, at the dragon, you guys are having a fucking bad time.
I
Here
told you, chaos is the way.
You have constructed a barrel.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah.
No one's gonna listen to the session, so I'm sorry I have to say this aloud. On the recording, there's gonna be a brief second where a Wikipedia page pops up for cat butt. Went on their own screen.
Cat butt.
We can go past it.
Cat bug, the show.
Somebody sent me something, and I clicked on the link, and it just opened on the wrong page. I'm here.
For posterity. Okay. But, wind. Many wind. Let me add some powerful wind sound effects. That sounds cool. What other weather do I have in here? Heavy rain.
Ambiance. Ooh.
I like that.
No music. Just the sound of shitty weather the entire time you're in Thane. Because that's what it is.
You forget that you have a bard.
Would you like to sing? What you?
I am the music. That's it. Shut up.
He does that once a day for 9 days.
I'm the world's worst bard.
Got any other songs in this jukebox?
Oh, no.
Someone gets pushed off the Polaris.
I love the compression sound. It sounds like they're getting zapped.
It's so crunchy. It is so gritty.
It's like they're getting electrocuted.
There's so much sand in these sound effects.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and rubbing it everywhere. Alright. Oh, yo. Okay. Oh, it's not too loud, but I have 3 sound effects playing currently. Yeah, but the wind picks up the entire... It's gonna be picking up for the entire time. For some time. But while the moon's full, the weather's incredibly shitty. Jenna, you know roughly where you need to go. Roughly around the mountains. You climbed it once. It is not a great place for footholds. Are you going to try to find the exact spot, or do you want to try to climb it again?
What's the question?
The spot of where the robots are. You can try to land directly in front of them, if you can try to find it in the storm, or you can land in a place that's sort of familiar and just climb it.
I feel like go with where it's familiar, just because it's bad weather. We could land somewhere really shitty if we're not careful.
Yeah. Okay, so you find the base of the mountains first. You recognize kind of some of the shapes through the storm. And as you land, the snow already has begun to build up. The whipping wind is already pretty bad in Thane, but as you land, it's one of the worst it's ever been. As you all depart, where's Answin in all this, actually? Is Answin in the ball, or is Answin still in Polaris?
No, I think she only goes in the ball if she has to. So
Right.
I'm assuming she's just been chilling out of the ball. Oh, are you asking if she's going in?
I'm just trying to remember where she is. I don't remember if she was still in the ball still.
We keep losing track of her.
Yeah.
I know. No, she's never in the ball unless it's like life critical danger. So she's been out.
Okay. Yeah, as you all exit Polaris, you're all like pretty much chest high. Some of you fully submerged in snow. It is daytime, but it doesn't look like it. Like it looks late evening. Like currently, it is high noon almost. You cannot see the sun. You cannot see the sky. As you can barely see Polaris, he's blending in as you all step off, wading through the snow, literally pushing through it, walking through it. You see Anselm's also sort of follows along, sort of screaming through the winds to within anyone that's within earshot. I'll try this adventuring thing a little. Sort of bundled up in a lot of the furs as you're all dressed in your winter attire, which does help quite a bit.
She said she wants to try it? I thought
Yes.
she already was. Oh, right. You know what? She usually stays in the dragon, doesn't she?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, nothing
was
like
like-
trying your first hand to the worst weather of the year.
Well, more power to her if she gets through it.
Yeah, and she's bundled up. Very uncomfortable, but she's pushing through it, powering through it. Yeah, as you begin to climb these mountains. About 30 minutes pass as you're starting to trudge through the mountains. The snow, very thick, very heavy. The cover, like it's just a sheet of white, and yeah, sheet of white and gray. The sun doesn't come through the clouds deep enough to actually reflect off the snow and give you snow blindness. It is just dark. As you're just sort of walking through this gray haze. Jana, the snow begins to lighten some. Like, not melt away, but like it's almost as the snow feels a little more malleable, lighter, is not quite as heavy and oppressive.
Not to
And
brag,
for-
everyone, but the mammoth likes me.
Speaking of, you sort of look off in the distance and you see the shape of that mammoth in the distance. How you've seen it before, just a gray silhouette in a haze of light. It eventually fades into the background, and for the first time in first time for most of you, except for you, Jana, the sky parts and thin. It's just wind, but the snow seems to subside for some time. You can finally see the sun, possibly the first sun it's seen in a long, long time since you last were here, Jana. The familiar presence of a certain elemental mammoth seemingly keeping you protected while you're in the field of broken glass.
Oh yeah. I'll also tell everyone, like, nobody light any fires or anything like that. They'll get
Yeah, good point.
mad.
Looks at Chris.
Not
Also
a joke.
looks at Chris.
Literally not a joke. The weather will get so bad so fast. Let's take this blessing while it's not even cold.
Okay.
Yeah, and this makes what would have been a fairly treacherous climb probably a little better than trying to find the thing by itself in a storm, into like a storm. Shut up! It makes the climb much easier.
I'm sorry.
As-
Wait, let me just say one thing. I'm sorry. Snail storm.
Snowstorm. Oh god, isn't that a thing in The Watchmen? Like squid fall from the sky or some shit? It's crazy.
Is it?
I think so.
We can
Like,
move past Snorm. I just.
I think that's my new Discord name, or its status or something. Just Snorm.
What was the original snail something? Like that was an old Tumblr meme.
Oh god, you would know better than I do. I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember Slime Man,
Slime Man. It was something
but I don't remember
else.
snails.
There were two snail memes at the same time, but one of them was the format of like me, like this was not it, but the format was like my snouch in parentheses snail couch.
Oh yeah, that! I remember that now.
Snouch.
What was the other one?
I don't know. They come and go. Those are the beauty of them is they were so short lived. Like they never got old, you know, because they died out fast.
They were Sneems, I see.
Sneams. Anyway. Did not mean to dwell on that as long as we did.
That's all right. I now know of a little bit more of Tumblr meme history. Now, climbing. It is a mountain. You're still scaling a mountain, but Jenna, you still half remember the footholds that the last rope it took you on. As even before that, as you're sort of walking through the ones that have not been here, you can see elements of broken constructs, like the arms and the legs sticking out of the snow. Some of them half buried, as it's almost kind of like this mini graveyard of broken toys. Just left and forgotten and buried. Climbing tiny little footholds that were not impossible to latch onto, but difficult, and then eventually widens out and then narrows down again, and not difficult, but it is a little nerve-wracking where every time you look down you can see that it goes on for quite some time. You're climbing the cliffside of a mountain still, and even a single slip up in this kind of slick wet rock with a snow on it could just mean to send you tumbling down the mountain, hitting everything along the way, which is something Chris is familiar with a little bit. But
That forest.
forest. Climbing. Grabbing rocks. The nails digging into the stone itself. Cold. But at least the wind is not as strong. The snow is not as blinding. And there's at least some light to keep you warm along the way. But eventually you get to a small plateau. Jenna, you've been here once. Kind of still not well trodden. You can still see, even a year ago, some elements of your last visit still here. Just like if you look down deep enough, you can see a footprint where you last here. They're now buried and covered and kind of like half fossilized in snow. But you make new footprints with more people in tow. I didn't mean for that to rhyme.
Now you gotta commit. You gotta do the rest of the session in rhyme.
Oh god, not the pressure. Yeah, you're not all the way up to the top of the mountain. Well, a third there, but all of you see scrap metal, ruined, bent out of shape, all dark, like a black green, and very similar in texture to some of you. It's like a skeleton of some sort of entirely metal building, this strange horseshoe shape, half embedded into the mountainside itself, with kind of like these skeletal ribs sticking out of it, errant, jagged, every direction imaginable. You see that mangled piece of metal. It looks like a building, a destroyed building with gaping openings in it. It looks more or less snapped in half, and it is just currently sequestered somewhat stably into the side of the mountain. As you also see a lot of these constructs, very similar to the one that Glitch used to be, or the ones that fired upon you in the Underdark, just standing up, straight up, almost like keeping watch, but just observing as they observe your ascent. One of them begins to approach.
What up? We back.
He sort of walks up to you and then pauses for a minute, and then shudders like something just possessed it. You have returned.
Yup.
Did you accomplish what you seeked to do?
You tell me, and then I pull the strain of Glitch to almost shove him forward.
The construct that walked up towards you sort of looks up towards Glitch. The orb that is in the center of its body, the one that makes up its head, its torso, everything's connected to it, looks identical to Glitch, except just isolated. Glitch sort of looks towards the construct. Construct looks towards Glitch. The walking construct eventually says in a very grating, robotic tone, "Unit number." "I don't know." "This is home, then." "I don't remember it."
Do you still feel the urge dragging you here?
The urge, the call, was never to hear.
Oh, where was it to?
In the break of the clouds, it is still day, but you can still see the moon as Glitch sort of points towards it. There.
I look.
Yeah, and he's pointing directly at the moon. It is fully bright, visible, and even during the day.
I don't know how to get up there. I don't know if I let you go if you'll reach it either.
There is something stirring, something yearning, something calling to me. The construct that walked up. Central server. Yes. Central server. The construct that has walked up sort of takes the string, the rope from you, and starts like sort of waving it around in a very robotic, like mechanical fashion. It floats. Apparatus units do not float. What have you done with this unit?
We put arcanium in him, but then he decided, like, for himself, he doesn't want the limbs, and is just doing that.
Apparatus units do not choose.
This one did.
I told you. Say, what happened with air?
At this point, you see a rolling, like pile of snow, sort of like a mole burying in the snow a little bit, and then just something another orb pops up. Hello.
Oh, Janet goes and hugs air. I'm so glad they didn't wipe you. I'm so glad you're not gone. I thought you were done so.
The walking, pretty much the only construct that has a body at this point. They all have bodies, but like, Air doesn't have a body, Glitch doesn't have a body. Construct with the body. This unit refuses to. And it just sort of sits there thinking for the words for a minute. Reset itself. We have attempted 237 times. The error still persists.
I don't know what to do with this information, but this is what I was trying to convey to you.
You have provided evidence. Apparatus constructs are capable of mutation. 2 examples, error and this floating unit.
We've been calling him Glitch.
Glitch. Hello. I am Glitch. The walking construct sort of circles towards the back, towards you, Riley, not Riley, Janna, and looks at the rest of you. You are the remainder of the intruders.
Intruders?
Yes,
But we live here!
you infiltrated an apparatus ship.
But they infiltrated our realm!
We believe this is what organics call semantics.
Well, what are you designed to do to intruders?
Attack on sight.
So why are you not attacking me?
This is one of many inquiries we must answer.
There's that classic line. If you wish to evolve, Riley will take out his little vial of arcanium. You can install this. And maybe you can bring yourself a little bit closer to understanding.
Glitch sort of turns towards you, Riley. I think I have a better idea. The walking construct turns to Glitch. Apparatus units do not have ideas. This one does. I remember something within these lands, not far, I don't think. A gun of some sort. It houses many more of... It turns towards these sort of like half-broken constructs sort of just still standing in the snow, all watching from afar. Houses more of my kind. I don't think there is enough arcanium to change us the way that it has changed me. I think at this gun, maybe I can spread it to the rest of them.
Gun.
You're talking about the moon?
The walking construct. Incorrect. Glitch refers to ML02, magnet launcher. Number 2.
How will this accomplish the spreading?
ML02 serves as a isolated server connected to all apparatus units within this landmass.
Oh! So it's going to spread like a sickness. I get it. That's a great idea.
Where is it?
I don't remember the walk construct. Eventually sort of just walks up towards you and then walks past towards the edge of the plateau. Oops. Approximately 50 miles south from this location.
Sounds promising.
And you can link up every single unit here.
I think so. I don't give any guarantees. I was born yesterday. But I think maybe if we combine what I am with what... I don't think I know your name, and sort of gestures, with what limbless gestures it can do towards the walking construct. Mainframe 1413.
We've been calling you Dad.
Apparatus units do not have children.
Maybe you're just like a father figure, though.
Apparatus units do not have father figures.
Well, it's just a nickname.
Apparatus units do not have nicknames.
Whatever you say, Dad.
Glitch eventually sort of floats towards the edge of the cliff face alongside the mainframe, 1413. Air sort of rolls up too, and they're all sort of facing towards that south direction. I think all three of us have something to offer. I don't think myself is enough. I'm too unstable.
We poured a lot of arcanium in you. That doesn't shock me.
I don't think I feel. Era sort of pipes up. Feel ready. Sort of like gesturing towards the noon sun. I have a favor to ask.
Yeah.
Can you take the three of us towards this gun, ML02? Plug us in.
Sure.
Awaken the rest of us.
It sounds like that's what needs to be done. Let's do it.
Let's get those inquiries figured out, shall we?
The walking construct, 1413, sort of just collapses into the ground. Just not dead, but just inactive. After a couple seconds, you hear like this large rolling and crashing sound coming from the inside of that building as another of these orbs, very similar to the orbs you've been pretty much been messing with the entire time, rolls out. This is the main unit of 1413.
Can switch bodies like that on the fly.
That makes sense. You didn't have legs the last. You were just like a big machine in a room.
Yes. This
See.
unit was disconnected from this big machine. This unit holds all knowledge of apparatus function. Long-term memory storage.
If we sync the three of you up, we're sure to get some interesting results.
Yes. On the flip side, it could also awaken all of us and have all of us be maddeningly unstable, in charge of a very large gun.
Sounds fun.
Well, I don't want to be morbid. We handled you guys the first time. I hope it doesn't come to that, though.
1413, how many apparatus units are within this ML02? Approximately 2,000 units.
We can teleport out.
Yeah.
Well, you have my thanks then. Maybe with the three of us, we'll have some semblance of this humanity you were so keen to show me.
It seems like one of you feels, one of you has good memory, and one of you is actually conscious.
Yeah, I think putting those together will do something good and not put you back to a state you were previously. That doesn't make much sense.
Well, it's do or die. It is, well, what did you say? Time to fuck around and find out.
That's the one.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
Lead the way then.
Okay. As with the snow cover being mostly cleared out, the weather clearing up, it doesn't actually take that long to get there.
50 miles? That's still a long journey.
It'll still be a couple days, but it's not like, the couple like extra days it would have taken to navigate this place with the dangers.
Oh, okay.
But over the next 2 days, sort of roughly pinpointing the location of this structure that the constructs have talked about. All 3 of these constructs, all identical looking at this point, Error, Glitch, and this 1413. It's also rolling in the snow, except for Glitch, who's floating at this point. Every so often, Glitch stops and then says this thing it's been saying the entire time. I feel a call. And as it begins to float towards the moon, it sort of turns around and continues forward. I choose to ignore it. As you eventually find the structure, it's up a couple of mountains, but it's not nearly as sheer as the ones you were just in. It's probably good you found it on foot, because from up above, it is entirely covered in snow. Most of it's covered in snow. Even looking at it, you don't even see that it's a structure. It looks like any sort of just mound of snow, maybe with a couple fissures in it, a couple cracks. But looking into one of these cracks in the earth reveals wires, metal plating, sundered, rent apart, all of that same black-green material. Cables dangle like the veins of a long-dead creature. The skin of this building ripped apart by elements or whatever lurks around here, and who knows what lurks within. Glitch looking at this gaping chasm in the ground. It's sort of at a slant entering in. My new call awaits within.
Let us descend.
All right, and that is where we'll pick it up next time.
Oh!
Nice.
Neat!
Cliffhanger. That does mean
Good
there's,
sesh.
like shit waiting for us.
Yeah, he did have a very what lies within kind of. Yeah. Find out next time
Dragon Ball Z.
on Dungeons and Dragon Ball Z.
What are your XPs right now?
29, 1150.
So
29, 11, 50?
291.
291, okay.
Yeah.
I will give you 9,000.
That's a lot? What the hell did we even do?
Lots of good roleplay.
Oh.
9,000.
So that's an even 300k plus the 150.
I'm assuming that's a level up.
303. I want to keep you guys below 305.
Which is the
That's-
level?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we have not leveled up yet.
No. Maybe by next time.
Confirmed shit in there for us.
That's kind of exciting. I want to fight robots.
Robots.
It's 300, 150?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we probably rested it. We've done full days. I should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
are all.
All our shit should be back, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the sesh.
Found the drugs. Delivered the drugs.
Deleted
Found the
drugs.
robots. Delivered the robots. Got the robots on drugs.
It did kind of feel like at the end we were like, hey man, take these mushrooms, it'll change your life. Trust us. You'll see a whole new way. You'll never go back.
And then the one who's like the most fucked up on shrooms is like, no. Let me handle this.
Oh, not Error, who's just so...
You know, glitch.